You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Could we rise again as a nation?
What do you mean, could we rise again as a nation?
Okay, because the state of the country.
What do you mean by the state of the country? I don't understand that. Explain me.
Right, the country have plenty money.
Plenty money?
Yeah.
How you know that? So you have to tell me I have a child. Tell me now. How you know that? Gentlemen, thank you for the day. I can't really understand that.
Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, yo. My nation is giving prophecy unfolding, judgment in morning. I love you still, mommy. When will it end? Tell me, how did we come this way? Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. While the nation still hope and pray, the devil busy, I say. Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, no, I'm feeling the pain for you, mama. Revelation strikes at your corner. Still we are holding on. Your children have lost their way, fighting for survival each day. Oh, no, going from dawn till dawn. What is happening to my country? Every day is a sacrifice. Blood flowing like water daily. Lives could be lost at any price. The anthem is now a whisper. Some don't care to stand when it plays. The lawless is now in control, so the good folks going away. Oh, my Trinity, strange signs are around we are. The hills are alive in a different way. Your babies are dying, brutally I'm seeing here. Would we rise again from what pain? Yeah. Oh, the mighty dollar, now cast a spell of uncertainty. Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. You see, when the rich is getting richer, the poor must remain empty. Oh, my Trinidad, know that error. I say, oh, no, people balling for pain and hunger, inflation, cost of living higher. Can't get no daily bread. So the youth them on top the hill, somehow their bread basket to fill. Oh, no, so they turn to crime instead. The arms of the state disappointed, still their salaries are daunted. Large increase in the fiscal budget, oil money reach a all-time high. Don't buy no jet for so much of money when the hospitals are in need. Poor people at everyone's mercy, so the hill reacting indeed. Oh, no, yeah, the people cry, yeah. The hills are alive in a different way. Them who take in we money must pay for it dearly one day. Could we rise again come what may? Yeah. How could we truly excel in the midst of all this suffering? Oh my. No. Tell me, like Shadow say, poverty is hell, so it seems like the devil is king. Oh my Trinidad. No. Cocaine and guns in the heart of the ghetto is what we sow, we shall reap tomorrow. Who are we going to blame? Even school children doing crime, well, that is a sign of the time. Oh, my lord, have we now gone insane? Whilst we kill, we own one by one. Skyscrapers going up in town. Chinese laborers at the core. This new city some shall see no more. So we have to hold on to CPEP 10 days and must to get along. Scraping the bottom of the barrel with all this money in town. Oh yeah, my Lord, the hills are alive in a different way. You have to do more for the people. Better wages to ease the struggle. Yeah. Could we rise again come what may? Yeah. In this abundance of wealth, still the poor people cannot cope. Oh my Trinidad and Tobago, it is a stark reality. So much have given up hope. Oh my Trinidad, oh my Trinidad and Tobago. Oh my, oh no. Some turn to vagrants in the city, homeless children begging have mercy, Lord. Child abuse have risen again. Look like Jean and Dinah come back in town. The girls and them singing the song. To survive by any means necessary, dignity gone down the drain. Some say the leaders have failed to do right for one and for all. When there is an imbalance of the scale, then the writing is on the wall. If you ignore the plight of the people, well, the devil shall intervene. It's only divine intervention. I hope you know what I mean. Well, is it true that God is a Trinity with all these crimes in sweet La Trinity? No. The hills are alive in a different way.
Population gone, gun control, drug control.
And is it true we have all this money in this land of so much poverty? No. The Lord is my shepherd, come what may, yeah. To you the powers that be, hear the cries of the people you see. All this wealth and nothing for we. No. The cost of living is too high. This little money the poor can't buy. Oh my, why? There must be a way. There must be a way to help the people today. I say, there must be a way. There must be a way. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. From Genesis to Revelation, in my Father's house around many mansions, to take care of 1.3 million natural resources, he made provision to feed this nation. Look, we have oil and gas, it's lake and Mars, and Calypso, Choppy and Limbo. When there is no property, crime would decline naturally, then we could live in harmony. My holy Trinity, I love you, mama. I love you, mommy, my children.
Apple of thine eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wing, O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. People see you smile, but don't hold the God's child. At times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me, man. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what.
Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And as soon as you get in, ladies and gentlemen, share the live, share the live, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Like us, like us, like us. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe to WZYE TV on YouTube. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are resoundingly on our way to 15,000 subscribers. And it's up to you now to get us to that magic 20,000 number. So we depend on you, and we know you're going to come true. So don't forget, Shelly Live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And for ladies and gentlemen, if you notice, you will always see the numbers scrolling across the bottom of the screen as a ticker. So even though you don't see it on the page itself in big, you can just look closely at the bottom and you will see it right there, the numbers where you can reach us here at WZYE 95.9 FM. And as you know, all we always say, ladies and gentlemen, we originate, we don't imitate, we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, though, come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Medite.
And of course, that's the resident love doctor, Rani Muhammad, Dr. Love himself. And we always have a young man by the name of Caribbean Soul. He coined this for us. There we go.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The truth. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth. But not only that, ladies and gentlemen, we promise you that we'll bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And we didn't just talk that, but we also put it in audio for you. Take a look.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We tell you, we mean what we say what we mean. Let me welcome in my pal, the man himself, the one and only, the young man, Uncle Tommy. Tommy, how you going?
Good, thank you. And yourself this evening?
No complaints at all this evening, Tommy.
All right. Truth to power. That's
Truth
what we
to power.
do.
Yeah, Tommy, today I ran 7.5 miles.
Wow. What kind of time frame?
1 hour.
All right.
Yeah. The today, I just felt something. It's actually 7.6. So man. It's like you're going out there and you're running, Tommy, and you're in your own little world. And the farther you go, the higher you get.
All right.
A kind of a different type of high you just feel. I don't
Yep.
know. I don't know. But I told you my son ran a half marathon, right?
Yes. How did he do?
Yeah, he finished it. That's the most important thing. Crazy say he went in the bathroom and he ain't coming out till he finished it.
I know.
Yeah. He ran the half marathon and he ain't stopped till he finished it.
And both him and his lady friend, you said, right?
Yeah. Him and a significant other. Yeah, it's a good thing, man. I'm glad for them. I'm really glad for them. You know? You know
He
what?
isn't married yet, is he?
He's what?
You said his significant other. He's married already?
Nah, that go happen soon. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
do something. I'm gonna see something. I'm gonna do something here. Hold on, I'm gonna do something I haven't done before. I'm gonna see it.
So you listened to what the young Stewart had to say?
Nah.
I
Let me
did.
see.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. I'm making a call here. Didn't I do an editorial on that? No? Oh, I did an
Oh,
editorial.
you did.
Voicemail. The person you're
Oh,
trying to reach.
all right. You can pick up your phone.
You did. You did do one, but you haven't played it yet on the air.
Oh, all right. I'll go play it today. I did an editorial on that one. Yeah, but 7.5 miles today. And I feel good, man. I can't complain at all.
Well, I can imagine the amount of dopamine that you ex-
Yeah. So Tommy, all we try to do here is to inspire people for a better tomorrow. And I'm saying to I only need one person to decide that, you know what, boy, I go start to do a little exercise. I go start walking maybe a mile every other day. Just a mile. You could take your lunch break, walk a mile. It might take you about 15 minutes every other day. Just start to walk. Just start to walk. That is it. And as the days goes along, instead of going every other day, you could go 2 days in a row, then skip one day, then go 2 days in a row, then skip another day. Just start. That's all you have to do. Start. As I said, Martin Luther King stated, you don't have to see all the flights in the staircase. You only have to see the first flight. So just think about 1 mile. That's all. We ain't wait to think about a lot. Think about 1 mile, and that's it. All right? I'll make sure my phone not on. Sometimes I just put my phone on silent. And I just forget to take it off. And do not disturb, I mean. And I just forget to take it off. Okay. All right, Tommy. Let's go into the chat. Hey. Caribbean Soul said the clock on the
Soul,
wall is on first today, boy.
soul.
Soul, boy. 5:12, You man rushing, boy. He bomb rush, yes. He bomb rush Vilsang, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Vilsang, welcome. Uh, Vilsang upset. He says, Soul, look, you're haunted. Oh, God. 35 million cost the taxpayers to renovate the P&M resident, but leaks, missing ceiling, dirty floors is what we got. Yeah, we got pretty video. Tommy, I I I don't understand, boy. Something just wasn't right, boy. You know, all our money is spent on Whitehall. over $30-something million, boy. And that is the condition you left it in, boy, Tommy.
It's sad. Very sad.
You're being generous, Tommy. You're
Well,
being generous. Yeah, we go play that video. Also, vodka and other alcohol beverages was found at the PM office. Rowley was hosting a guest house. Maybe just maybe, Tommy. You know, he does give away things for Christmas and things. Maybe those were things that was going to go in a hamper for special people to give them for Christmas. What do you think?
that's a good way to look at it.
Okay. So you're agreeing with me then?
Well, you gave a logical explanation. I don't know if it is truthful.
Okay. So I'm thinking that, you know, they had bought this alcohol to give away for Christmas. And
they forgot,
we only in April, right?
And they forgot to give it away, and they didn't make it to Christmas.
Well, I didn't make it into the other people's place, you know what I mean? But other people could receive it. If you know what I mean.
Yep.
All right, good. So, Mr. Intellectual say, blessed evening, pro Uncle T and all villagers. I hope it was a transformative Tuesday filled with all of God's goodness and rich blessings. Yeah, boy. Soul and Vol run to the front today, boy.
Yep.
You ain't lying, you know. And if good evening, you have to come in fast today, boy. Vol on hand if don't play. Oh God. Mr. Intellectual say, fellas, that was a UNC Syrian ceremony award. I thought that lepers don't change their spots. But we are going to play the opposition leader. Congratulations to Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bissessa. Right? I think, Tommy, I want to believe that she's bringing a different tone to the PNM, but all of them still have to go. All of them, all. And Stuart Young really don't want that. Stuart Young want a bullying type of tone. Yeah? He want to be the bull in the China shop.
Is what he wants or what Dr. Rao wants?
That's a good question.
Because
I can't answer that.
Because all things being equal, when they were looking for the leadership, if Dr. Rao wasn't in the mid, Penny would have been the leader.
I don't really want this. I don't want to talk about them, no.
Yeah, it even makes sense going there because that's distractions anyway.
Yeah, and you hear, Nyan's got B Dolly going for chairman, and Imbud going for vice chairman, and Imbud say we had a video too. He was surprised that he was fired by Rowley as the deputy political leader.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Mr. Intellectual, I want to know if Kamal will be occupying that office all the time. Or you occupy that office?
Is the actual PM office in disrepair, or is it just the sub level that where the workers are?
I will think it's where most of the workers are, but why would the workers have to work in that condition and you have to work in better conditions?
I fully agree. But the other floors are intact.
Accordingly, yes. Yeah, KFC.
Hi, good night, man. Good night, Mr. Washington. Uncle Tommy, man. What's up, man?
What's happening, man?
KFC.
I'm there, man. I see the PNM rise up again, but they bring back the river from the grave, or what?
No. They ain't coming out. The gate lock.
I see Penny Becker say she the professional opposition leader for the PNM.
Yeah. The gate lock.
I see that Anita Haynes, she is swearing in it, she got big position in the PNM just now.
What position she go get? What big position? A senator?
A senator?
Yeah, she go get a senator. You go get a senator, Anita. You go get your senator.
So what's tonight, today, the news, all over the culture board, that to send the resume and thinking that's like chips like you play this about.
Oh, you go, he can't play stubborn? He going?
Like if they bring in resume, if seeing give it up until to September.
He ain't giving up till when? The 1st of September?
September.
Yeah, really?
Who's that?
Gypsy?
I feel like I go down there and push him down the stairs.
No. You don't worry yourself. You go out for yourself, man. You go out for yourself.
But I look to understand that's currently for business and
Yeah, man.
inside.
Bless. Yeah. Yeah. You know, he understand the politics. He not enough. Gibbon Holder from St. Lucia, welcome. Go Cool Runner, good night, Wall Street, Tommy and chat. Dane Khan, good evening to you. Good evening, Professor Wall Street, and Uncle Tommy and all the WZYE villagers. Yeah. Facebook chat, so much more peaceful. Yeah, people don't really, someone don't pay attention to that Facebook chat, to be honest with you. Bolsang says, good evening, Walls and Uncle Tommy. Hope it was a relaxing one for you both after the last few weeks. Listen, man, sometimes you have to do what you have to do, Tommy Mohammed, good night. Good night, Professor Walsh and Uncle Tommy and all listeners. Hey, Tommy, look your friend, boy. She gets your phone early tonight, boy. Miss Atlanta says, good evening, Wall Street and Tommy. Blessings always on all villagers. Hope all is well with all. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All is well with us.
Same to you, Miss Atlanta.
Miss Atlanta. Tommy Mohammed said 32 million spent to refurbish the White House, and it leaking and have mold. Well, you feel I was really 32, boy? Well, that's what I tell we. Good evening, Soul, Hanif, Cool, and Bertram. Bertram, welcome. Oh, God. All right, cool. So, Gordon Dryden Joseph says, good God evening to all. Hope that your day went well and your night go better, please, God. Oh, God. So said, Gordon, my day was going good until you reach. Dane can say, and Marsha Walker attacking Miss Bessessa already. Marsha Walker? Come on, Tommy, man. Marsha Walker, NTA? Tommy? No. You're scraping the bottom of this. Tommy, don't scrape the bottom of the barrel. Leave that for the PNM. Okay? And you can't even say the NTA. Because you have to pass patriotic front first. EOG made an oil discovery in TNT. Don't know how big. Okay. Then can't say Marsha, Michaela, Suzette, and Rhoda. You're all them in the same barrel. Yeah? Caribbean Soul, can I tell you how to fix that? Look, Capitan boy. Capitan say good night. Gordon, good night. Capitan want to know from Gordon how the UNC looking. Gordon, could you answer that question? And you want to know from Sang how the UNC performing. Caribbean say, Gordon, how you still believe Eric Williams alive, but you know for sure Jesus died on the cross. All right. Volsang say, Walls, where all your day? Like Walls still running out there. Oh God. High CO2. They are still in plastic, so one will hope that we will be out of it quick and do what they promise the people. Capitan boy, Capitan say, wars, Uncle Tommy, great evening, my good friends. Great evening to you too, Capitan. Joshua just says, good evening, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Instead of Al-Rawi congratulating the opposition leader, he's just talking about the PM. Joan, welcome. Good night, Wall Street and Tommy, watching you all from Trinidad. Yeah. Oh, look, boy. Capitan say, God and I have solutions for the restorative justice. A decade the PNM give me a work. Pram Rambaran, welcome. Where you joining us from? Priam. Good night, everyone. Polsang say, Capitan, I am thinking what advice we can give them so that we all win. I'm going to start here. Development of our agriculture sector so that individuals can be empowered in our nation as a whole. Yeah, you see, we just only give a good advice here. Sports tourism. You understand? Health tourism. Lisa, welcome. Good evening, everyone. Steve Trini Lopez, welcome. Trinidad and Tobago have now become free from bandits. Our necks have been released from their knees. Good night, Anselm and Tommy. Where is Diana? Steve Trini Lopez, where you was, boy? Tommy, you was hiding now.
Look so.
Oh God. Just so that says Wall Street. I'm not seeing TC on Heavy Show. So they're going off air. I guess if they're not there, they're not on air no more. I guess right, Tommy?
All that.
Yeah, if they're not there, then I guess they're not on air anymore. I don't know.
Maybe we get them on ZYE.
Eh?
Maybe we bring them on ZYE.
Oh, Tommy, that's not a bad idea, you know. Yeah, you could try and organize that. Good evening, Professor Warshid, Uncle Tommy. Good evening to you, Lisa. Bochum. Good evening, Warshid and Uncle Tommy. Good evening to you as well. While you are going through the chat, eh? Yeah, KFC want the TC and heavy.
Hi, good night, Mr. Washington.
Good night.
Uncle Tommy and TC Levy. I'm glad I posted about every duty and TC. I was just that nasty, wicked piano man. He used TC and Levy as you have seen election, take them off the air, collect the bag and run away with the bag.
Oh, that is what happened?
Yeah, I was just that evil man. Yeah, them for them talking. Yeah, and them talk for 9 years. He paying them every time. And as this year, if he come and he see no cookie coming in, he said he'll bring cookies and thing for him. The talking, get ads, he getting this, he getting that, and he wanna pay. He run away with the bag of money. Another for them talking after now telling them about. They can be talking, they will be talking again and playing music. Not the time for them to be talking and saying the good thing with USC going and do. Not so, Mr. Washit.
Correct is right. Correct is
I
right.
was judge. You watching there, you know. You're a nasty, evil, wicked piano, man. I look for they bring back them for the year, everybody.
Yeah. I wonder what COP has to say about that, boy. Because COPs are loyalist to 91.9. COP, what is your story, boy? You all of us are the intel and all of give me the 411 now. Because I actually told me I turned on the radio today to hear them and I didn't see them. So I know.
Talk to the boss. Find out what he got to say.
Eh?
Find out from the boss what he has to say.
Hold on. Volsang say, all who have big belly out there, take Wall's advice. A little bit a day will take the belly away. Oh, God. Volsang, all ain't easy, you know. Right? I trying to inspire people for a better tomorrow. You tell nobody you know belly. I just want people go out and take a little walk, man. You could breathe now. Take your walk. You know, Susan Lalchan, welcome. Good night, Washington, Uncle Tommy, and everyone. Hey, look, my partner, Rishi, why? Rishi, where doing, partner? What going on? Hi, Wall Street, congratulations. Now we can all do great things. Let's do the home center now. Yeah. Listen, we go do great things, man. Yeah. Capitan suggestion. Sang, I suggest a new maximum security prison built in Caroni. Oh, God. Capitan, you're real good, you know. Yeah, if you listen to Capitan, boy, Capitan could really mislead you, you know. I tell you. Capitan said the prisoners can all be placed in gangs and made to fork up Caroni land and plant cassava, corn, yam, and cocoa. Oh, God. Capitan, right. Kevin, welcome. Isn't Whitehall one of the Magnificent Seven? Yeah, correct is right. And Tommy,
Yep.
when we were telling the government, don't waste all that money on them artifacts or artifice, whichever one you want to call it, right? Take that money and put it in social services. They tell we don't know what we're talking about. We hate the government. $500 million spent on the Red House, right? I mean, it's over $1 billion was spent on those things, you know. You know how far that could have gone? Right?
Excuse me.
Capitan said all prisoners should work 12 hours a day. Capitan, boy. Capitan, you ain't easy, boy. Time and talk, welcome. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Everybody was respecting the PM, but Devon calling her Kamala. Devon lost his way too, so what I worry about? Steve Trini Lopez, banded in high office. Yeah. The PM on them. Dolly, welcome. Can someone explain to me that now black people suffer under the UNC, so they're not suffering under the PNM government? All of a sudden, black people will suffer. Dolly, you listening to them rhetorics? Don't listen to that. Dolly, anytime they tell you that, write down the statistics. Write it down. No, seriously, write this down. Tell them under Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, she reduced the amount of black people living below the poverty line from 19.8% to 17.3%. So that means to say in 5 years, right, there was a glimmer of hope for black people under the UNC People's Partnership. However, under the man who says he could be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, former Prime Minister Rowley, it went from 17.3% when Kamala Prasad-Bissessar left to 26.3%. And it's the same part what Chambers cut out the video because you want to mislead the PNM people and you don't want them to learn the truth. You see? That's why Chambers had to cut it out, you know. Yeah. So, Dolly, write down those statistics and tell them, but wait now, how you go say black people were suffering under Kamala Prasad-Bissessar when she reduced the amount of people living below the poverty line, and the PNM in the last 10 years increased it nearly over 50%. Ask them that question. As a matter of fact, here what to do, Dolly. Pull PNM Fox aside, pull Gordon Dryden Joseph aside, pull Patty aside, put Altia aside. Well, you could show out now. Let me show the fellow with the cricketer last name in there because you go get vexed. I ain't showing his name in there. Right? And I ask them that question. Ask them. Just ask them. You know, if black people suffer under the UNC, how come them reduce the amount of black people living below the poverty line? And when you reduce the amount of black people living below the poverty line, it has an economic impact on people in Trinidad and Tobago because there are less people in poverty. However, if it increased from 17.3% to 26.3%, that means to say there are more people suffering under the PNM. So don't let them get them out. Don't let them get them out talk. Write down those statistics and give it to them. Give it to them. Capitan, while I agree on the idea of a prison, we can utilize that area for agriculture. Like it ain't like the people there. What full song, don't take on Capitan, eh? Let me tell you, don't worry about Capitan. Capitan say all bandits who are shot, chopped, or any killers or criminals seeking medical attention should be made to repay the bill. If they can't afford it, they can work it out in the field. Well, Capitan, you see that one? I ain't mind that one. That's a good one. You hear that one, Tommy?
Yep.
I ain't mind that one. Diamond, that's a good one. I like that one, Capitan. No bandit should be left idle. Yeah. Dolly, I don't think Stuart Young in any power struggle, no. Seriously. Yeah? Stuart Young standing up in front of the political cemetery right now. Right? He's standing up in front of the political cemetery.
The only thing is that he's fighting all the way to the bank.
Well, I mean, you don't do that already. Nah, don't worry about Capitan Volsang. Don't worry about him. Well, Dolly, don't worry. The new government go address it. Michael Oliver, welcome. Laugh out loud. Inward surprised. Rowdy don't like nobody. He's surprised? That's why I tell you, all of them have to go. All of them. Every single one of them. No, we didn't see that. COP, welcome.
Wall Street, Professor Wall Street. Good night to you.
Good night to you.
And Uncle Tommy. Good night to you.
Yeah.
Good night to you.
Tobago. You know, sometimes you just have to say we, Papa, Professor, and just leave some things alone.
Yeah.
But it has some things again you can't leave alone.
Correct.
Because public interest is important.
Yeah.
If the man have money for the people, them give the people them the money. Give the people them the money, but the people saying too. The people saying how it is. A man go pay PNN talk shows and them for 10 years. And as the UNC winner, the election, all the UNC talk shows and them gone. When it's time for them to congratulate the Prime Minister now and talk on behalf of the Prime Minister, the program them cut off. That is a bad example to leave. That's a bad example to leave. But I seen they're going to start a lambast you over here now because all them callers and them going to come in over here now. Welcome. And I want to say welcome to the PNM talk show hosts and them that locked on too. Because they say the man, the Google and all of them, the next one, who is the titans of hypocrisy, all of them locked on listening because they are nothing to listen. So this is the #1 program. You can remember when I was, let me talk to them a little bit. You can remember when I was telling earlier, when I was calling them fall sheet?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Now this is the #1 program earlier. This is the #1 program. We have the government as Wall Street.
Yeah.
When they think about them things, it's sad.
You know what?
Think about them things, it's sad.
You know, to be honest, truth, I just believe in if a person take you to the mountaintop, when you reach to the mountaintop, you can't roll them back down to the bottom.
No.
You know what I mean?
You stretch out your hand.
Yeah, you're supposed to. No, I don't know, I don't know. I just talking from what all you're saying, And I know all of us talk truth because all you're on the ground. You understand? if somebody allow you to get something, reward them for what they bring to you because you will get more. But if you take in what them supposed to get, how you ain't gonna get more. You ain't gonna get more. You understand?
That's called ungratefulness.
Yeah. Because I was kind of surprised to be honest with you. I was surprised that right after the election, me and hear them.
Nobody can call and applaud the government. You understand? And applaud the swearing in, and applaud this minister, and applaud that minister. Nobody can do that. You understand?
Yeah.
And that is a message. You must open the platform. You must open the platform for the saying, like he vexed the UNC winner. Yeah, that's how I see it too. Like you vexed the UNC winner.
So you ain't call him and talk to him? You ain't call him and talk to him?
But how we see Camille, Robinson Regis, and Stuart Young in the swearing in of the opposition. And I have a problem with that swearing in, Wall Street.
Yeah.
Because they're saying history is the making of history in Trinidad and Tobago. First female opposition in the PNM. What part of history are that in Trinidad and Tobago? Right now, the PNM in opposition. There is any constitutional to say, well, all right, that is part of Trinidad and Tobago to say that history in the making. First time I hear that history in the making in the PNM party. Not in Trinidad and Tobago to say, well, look, it's history making for Trinidad and Tobago because we have a female. History was made when we had the first female prime minister. That was the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Not the swearing in of opposition in the PNM. First time, and that is the history of making of Trinidad and Tobago. That is in the PNM. So PNM will get it right. Say history making the PNM party, not in the Trinidad and Tobago. Take Trinidad and Tobago out of that.
But COP, if there is history, wouldn't Ms. Kamala Prasad also make history in that she was the first female opposition leader?
Yes, but that was history.
That is history.
But how it had second history?
Yeah, that is history. You see what it is? What the PNM have to do, in order for them to make history, they have to water it down.
That's a lie. But she say second place.
Yeah.
She had to say second place.
Yeah. You know what it's like? You know when you sometimes you run a race to get your participation medal? The PNM have come to the point where them taking participation medals. You know what I mean? It's like history. See before.
And what's going to happen to Camille Robinson Regis and Stuart Young now? Because them wasn't in the swearing in. Them had a private thing one side.
Yeah.
So the one blacklist Stuart Young and Mr. Regis.
Why?
They was telling you, they say you was the one that was going and bullying everybody to support Stuart Young.
Yeah.
Now look at you and the opposition leader not pulling again. Look at all not pulling again. You had the opposition leader vexed for election. But 8 o'clock coming up over there.
Yeah, man.
Have a nice night.
Yeah, bless.
This program going to be bombarded with callers and all them. And we calling for the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago to be part of this program because we want this program every day now, Mami Kamala. Every day now we want this program because this is the voice. This is where we can applaud the administration. This is where we can speak. This is the voice for the people then. If we don't have it in Trinidad over here. The diaspora program, Mami Kamala, be part of this program. We want this program every day from Monday to Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, man. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yeah, Tommy boy.
Yep.
The PNM into water down politics. You make history because you're the first woman in the PNM to become opposition leader. So listen. So the UNC is more innovative and creative because they had the first female opposition leader in the country.
And first prime minister too.
Eh?
And the first female prime minister.
Yeah, and not even once, twice. But folks, let's take that break. We're going to go for the break. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Remember,
We'll be right back. Stick and stay.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Political symmetry. It's not for people like you and me. It is for all them politicians. And I dig in the grave, no fuck with me hand. I find some of them, they living too long. And every 5 years, it's the same old song. Some of them dead, just shame to lie down. So I prepare for them a burial ground. Rowley, my first grave for he. With joy in my heart, put him down with me. All of them useless politicians, only making up numbers in my island. Al-Rari, I refuse body. I leave them Muslim, them to deal with me. Big smile on my face and with me bare hand. It's time to move trash from out of this land. But I taking my time with he. I personally will prepare his body. Make sure he have a sardonic grin on his face. That's all he does do. That man is a waste. Bury in the back of my cemetery. Turn he upside down. He face I can see. Look for the strongest grave digger to cover he. Not with the hand, put good fork on him. Gypsy, political grasshopper. I may feel a little pity cause he's my brother. But like Tarzan, he's swinging from vine to vine. It's time I help you to make up your mind. Fitzgerald, Rasta City. I know they go glad to get the body. Resi on beat, I'm done for all to see. Drink 2 beers and watch Go get happy. I don't care all who go vex with me, but Kamala I not ready to bury. She is a strong, determined woman like me, and deserve a chance to run this country. When she in power, I don't go hungry, and Calypsonian does get big money. She don't deserve no spot in my cemetery. I putting she in the center of the city. Paula, you too damn lazy. You sit on a throne, my woman die daily. You deserve a nice spot in my cemetery. All you do is just collect big salary. Regis, you disappoint me with your racial tongue. You like you can see. Your baba does trim you with weed waka. All day, all you do is sushi la. Fally boy, you is a boss. I celebrate with you when PNM lost. One day you must come with me. We gonna knock a glass, make myself happy. I yadi that what you is to me. A grassroots man, stand up for country. I will stand by your side and watch you at work. Or if you falter, you're going to get fucked.
Oh, yeah, are you hearing?
What is wrong with you? I thought you want Fally would have stick like you. Boy, shake the man hand and title that spade before PNM come back and win that race. Shamfa, one quiz sacrifice. Yet every week she have new weave man, she live at night. You and the Pol Pot man resemble and strong. I come seated bread and you like a tongue.
And of course, folks, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Let's take this call. Caller, welcome.
Good night, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Welcome, Bitcoin.
Professor Wall Street, you make it to the swearing today, boy.
Nah, they didn't send out flight for me. They didn't send out flight for me.
Oh, gosh. I see the woman who jumped out of position into a position get invite.
She got Kobe invite.
Yeah, boy, and she partner in losses for star. They taking out selfie and thing with one another. She feeling nice, yeah, boy. Like them, like all of them fighting up together, senatorial thing, but for getting senatorial thing, yeah, girl, Kobo, so they you must get through with that. You understand? We name will give him that. Yeah, about senators entitled to Professor Wall Street.
Is it 6, boy?
Remember you have another opposition party there too.
Yeah.
So somebody tell me that I get 5 and Fabio them go get 1.
Yeah, but I was saying about 6. That's what I heard. I'm sure somebody can update that. How much senators the PNM get? Is it 5 or 6?
No, it's 6 in all opposition that I get to know. But the thing is, there are 2 opposition forces there. So that's what they're saying. They will get 5 and Fabio get 1.
Okay. That makes sense. That kind of makes sense.
Right? Because Fabio had to be represented. They're part of the government, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know,
but hopefully
somebody
could talk about that.
Yeah, you know what I want to do? Bitcoin. I'm going to call Irvin Felix. I will call Irvin Felix. I'm going to make this call.
You know me, aim for the radio I told today. I wonder what's going on with he and FBNTC.
Let me call.
Like they disappear, boy.
Yeah. Let me call Irvin Felix. Yeah, man. Bless. Let me see if Irvin Felix will pick up the phone. Thank you, Caribbean Soul. First female opposition leader, first female attorney general as well. Yeah? There we go. There's plenty first. In the country, when you have to go down to party to be first, but you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, boy. You know what that's like? That's like toting water. That's like going to the pipe, right? And toting water, and the bucket have a hole in the bottom. Oh, God. That's what I'd like, you know. Toting water with hole in the bottom of the bucket. Let me call Irvin Felix and see if Irvin Felix go pick up his phone. All I just trying to find out, I don't know. Irvin Felix, here we go. Voice call. Let me call Irvin Felix. So, folks, we calling Irvin Felix. Just Roger says, Wall Street, they took Irvin Felix off the air too. So I'm calling to find out what is the deal. Caller, don't say anything. You are live on WZYE 95.9 FM with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. How are you?
Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. Bless good night. I'm okay, man.
Yeah, man. Blessings all over. How is everything going?
All right there. Bless. Place feeling more calm. Trinidad feeling more light.
Yeah.
Traffic moving now.
You know, there's a different kind of air in Trinidad, you know.
Yes, boy. Meanwhile, everything changed from last week Monday to now. Partners are actually driving from Port Aspen and coming up to I don't know what structure they had in place there, but apparently they're working on it. The police presence more. The place more calm, boy. When you go out now, people more. You get more good evening now. For the past 10 years, it wasn't even getting no good evening.
It is.
We really put ourselves in a hole with that former administration that was there.
Yeah. But Irvin, in the village, we just keep it real in the village, and we speak truth to power.
Yeah.
And here's why I call you. A person by the name of Joshua Ram Kalawan says Wall Street, they took Irvin Felix off the air too. And that one kind of
it's not so.
That surprised me.
No, that is not.
But here what I say. Wait.
How it happened.
No, here what I say. I say we like to speak truth to power. The best thing to do, I know if I call Irvin, you go pick up the phone.
Just call.
Call and find out. Call. So that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. So give me the story.
I was doing my thing on Facebook.
Yeah.
You understand? And at the same time, and you know, I was talking a particular type of way, and I supported my party. And I get the opportunity to come up by Iowa and them and push their vibes.
Right.
I didn't sign no contract with the man. So I can force Iowa to keep me, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the service there. So if the administration reach back out to them, to him, and say, well, the woman, I assume that he would make relevant adjustments. But our conversation didn't really pass the election thing that way.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah. So that's the deal we cut. And honestly, my thing, I trying to get home Point 14 and Labrador because that's where I originally from.
Right.
Yeah. So it's that, so you don't really know all that kind of thing going on. So I just take you and heading out with 6-4 television because you know 6-4 television been around for a while.
Right.
So yeah, so I push my vibes.
So it had nothing to do with no kind of money thing or because you know there's been whispers, you know. And people that whisper within, you know, people that whisper. And
listen.
But wait, if you're up here, go ahead.
Calculate the time. I make if you calculate the time and I make my full month on the radio.
Right.
You understand? And the agreement was I'll come and I will help push. And this was it. Come and speak your truth. That was the words coming from my mouth. Come and speak your truth.
Correct.
You understand?
Okay.
So I will utilize it and the nation heard and they listened and they supported. Honestly, the people really, really supported.
But
so now it's no time for nobody. What
no,
people
but even
is wishing.
I'll ask you a question. Your program was joined plenty people. We need a program now more than ever to continue to push that because we have a new party in power and we cannot go silent and wait till 2 months before the election to go back.
That is what I'm saying. So what had happened now is that the relevant persons, the same supporter, instead of them speculating, they have to push the vibes and get the relevant persons to do what they have to do.
Okay.
Because it's not like we don't want to work. You know, we love to do what we're doing, and I supported my party.
Correct.
They feel from here, on my Facebook page, you ain't sitting down and coming up and telling me about what time my government starting this and what time my government starting. Now we had a government, you couldn't ask them nothing. So the fact that we have a new government, our responsibility as Trinbagonian citizens is to stand with our government.
Correct.
And I have girl children, so the legacy that my prime minister rocking with my girl children and them ricocheting off of that. Come on, that lady come back from the gutter, you know, after all the conversation, you know.
Correct.
And what should they deliver to us? They deliver a slate of unity.
Yeah.
A slate of unity. So we can't go wrong. What we need to do, if it is we say we supporting the government, let we eliminate that small talk. If it is they really want Urban and they want TC and him back on the radio, don't go have the conversation, the heads and them go have the conversation. And when they do check it out, remember we now don't sway. We government now sitting in. If you understand what I'm saying, so I assume if that doesn't take place like next week or week after, some conversation might take place because if the people requesting it, one would want to believe that we would give the people what they need because people know that we just deliver.
Yeah, but Irvin,
they know that.
But Irvin, let me be real. It really was not a good look. See all the hard work that was put in pre and then post. The thing just done just so, you know, done up just so. You know, perception is reality. Perception is reality.
I would like to tell you.
Yeah.
The morning doesn't go and the evening doesn't go. My phone ringing, even my candidate in point 40 there.
Yeah.
Them want me back on the radio. But you understand it's a process because when I tell him that really and truly, I didn't talk to me to say work forever and ever on the radio.
Okay.
Just come and speak your truth. You understand? And I came up and I did it, and when I saw him, because I didn't even know he was supporting UNC, though. I didn't know what organization he was supporting, so everything was a shocker to everybody.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything was a shocker, so it unfolded. Even if we go with speculations,
Mm.
and until we hear, my meet TC and Heavy up there, them been fighting for the longest, so I can't really elaborate on their part.
Mm.
But my part, no was come up here and speak the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And the nice thing with it, I'm just showing you support because all my mother and all this morning, all the night, and all my mother coming trying to hear that people calling and they really want to hear the program. Because come on, I might come from somewhere too. You understand what I'm saying? I was given an opportunity and with misinformation and lack of endorsement. You make wrong decisions. So when you bounce back and people appreciate it, there's only strength to continue moving forward, and this is what I just try to be doing down here in Trinidad. Because there are plenty people, parents who making a sacrifice, plenty single mothers who making sacrifice, but based on how dormant the place was and how dismal Trinidad was functioning, the children wasn't even going to even realize what the parents was doing. So this is where we end up with a set of young criminals, misinformed and uninformed. And this is despite the advice that some adults give them to jump over a fence and run up in people's house and take the thing. You understand what I'm saying? So we are real work to do. And everybody know by now, everybody know I love to do this. My family, we just do this. So I say this, hopefully in time to come, we end back up all day. But either way, until then, I am on 6 television. I will be on Facebook. I talking with TC and Heavy and them. So everybody, we just watching and listening because we know the people appreciate it. It's not that the party did not break down how they are. Real line to tell you. I help other people already, and this is the first time since election day. People who who put the name for people to vote for them, calling and saying thanks, and the supporters, brother. Every day. Thank you very much, and we build with country. And this is endorsement, this is encouragement to continue being a part of something.
Yeah.
So I understand why the people reaching out. I understand why they're asking for questions. I understand. But just look at it and remember, I'm not a lazy fella. So once the relevant conversation, we have the relevant conversation, where it is we could put something on paper and move forward, let we move forward.
Yeah, man. Listen, now, brother, we just wanted to reach out because, information is key. And we like to get the facts. The facts are nothing but the facts. And we're not about giving out misleading information. We're about giving out information.
Nah.
You know what I
Let me
mean?
tell you something. The United National Congress reached out and them continuing to reach out. Don't let them paint that picture. Remember, they're plenty people biting at straws too, They're trying to make our government look bad with no sitting office. So that is what it is. They're going to try to do, but at the end of the day, I telling you, the party reaching out. Me at the life here.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you have to see an every damn number, them will tell you that people are reaching out. They want the program. They want it.
Yeah, man.
You understand?
Bless.
So I wasn't in the organization with them, with the heads on them now, but
yeah.
So hopefully the message will reach back and we put something together and we get to work.
Yeah. And that's what we're doing here. We working, and we don't make joke.
Come on, I know a little play, a little miss.
We
serious
play.
Information coming from all the direction.
Yeah, man.
And I like this. I find this is responsible. This what you all did there and did it live. This is responsible. Instead of going with speculations and thinking, well, now like you and them fellas in the bush, right? So like them people win and they think, I like how they reach it out.
Yeah.
That is responsible. And that is what we want. Some of them media house doing that down here.
Nah, but Oven, think about this, eh? We used to reach out to the PNM when they was in power, and they didn't used to come. They wouldn't pick up the phone to come on this program. You see, like how you pick up the phone? Them didn't want to pick up the phone, Them. Because
they can't answer.
Oh, that's what it was.
They can't answer the questions.
Okay.
You understand? I am telling you straight, Papa. This organization, watch me. I know all the fighting on that side. And I have enough viewers and listeners on that side.
Yeah.
And all people are asking for is for we to stabilize Trinidad and Tobago, ease this crime. We are elderly people who retire. My mother and all want to come home and pray to come home in the country. You understand?
I haven't been home in 5 years. I haven't been home in 5 years. 5 years.
You see what going on?
I haven't been to Trinidad. That's the first time in my history me come home in 5 years. 5 years.
You see? You see?
You think it easy?
And why it come? Because nobody can guarantee your safety. People get murdered in the airport.
Correct is right.
You see where we did reach.
That where we reach. I say,
Yeah.
listen, boy, I have kids and I have a wife and thing. I go do it from a distance. Who sing that song? From a distance. Yeah. Linda runs that, Tommy?
Yeah.
from a distance.
I like it.
Yeah. Irvin, it's always a pleasure, man. Any closing words before you go?
No, I want to say thank you very much for you all with all the contribution too, because this and all help us in the fight down here.
Yeah.
I just asking and encouraging all of just stay focused, let me keep it together, and let me keep the relevant information. As I asking people to do down in Trinidad here.
Yeah.
Because you don't know it have those who have the intentions to make mischief.
Yeah.
Let us get our information from credible sources.
Yeah.
We just have some them Tobago send out some people, go up on TPP page, UNC send out some people, the coalition send out people, get your content from that page, because based on some of them news houses and what happened in this election here, a lot of misinformation peddled from mainstream media. And it was kind of real disappointing too now. So the safest thing I say to get credible information is stick to the pages, to the people that you support.
Correct.
Don't let nobody come to tell you that Mr. Kamala Prasad say this and the Minister of Housing say this. Check it. All of them talking, all of them public. The DJ mean public, everybody public. John Jeremy and all public, everybody public. So let us get our information from the persons who actually we hire, who we give the work. Right, and it's at the pages like your page, my page, it's at different people who were supporting from the beginning of the thing. That is where you get the information, but and that's where we have to encourage people, because see that mischief day, it don't start in Trinidad already.
Yeah, man.
It don't start.
Yeah.
Right?
Bless Irvin.
So let me just stay focused. Let me just stay focused as a people, as a nation. Yes, you might be here now, but your heart is here.
Correct.
Here is where you're from.
Yeah.
And I just telling you thank you very much again, brother, and thank you very much for the call. And your listeners and your viewers, thank you very much, and blessed night to each and every one of you all.
Bless, man.
Good night, Evan.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man.
That's how we just do it. Yeah. KFC, welcome. KFC.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Washington. Good night, Dr. Mr. Good night to my brother Irvin there.
Yeah.
He was a part of the fight and the struggle.
That's how we just do it.
I find out that disrespect. Because they didn't tell the viewers and the listenership, well, but this is the last day, you allow me and airwave anymore.
Yeah.
So looking up for the program.
Yeah.
So we better go down by draw down there and protest. Because you meet them, but them no ever for now, because we had to flip we party, you know, because we are real social media bloggers and this and that and trying to bring down the UNC, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why we had to keep the struggle, we had to keep the fight on, you know. You understand?
Keep the fight on.
Yeah. You can't sit down now, you know. Now is the time. Yeah, you gotta be out there.
We keep them paying them talk shows there.
You think it easy?
I was John, stop playing mad now. Yeah. Bring back the said if you have Mr. Felix now, boy. Let's come and congratulate the MPs and the political leader.
Yeah, man.
So what should I do that, man? You got people up the good work. You and Uncle Tommy and bless.
Yeah, man.
Iva, you coming by your office tomorrow and protest.
Yeah. Brooklyn, welcome.
Washington, good night to you, Uncle Tommy. Good night, viewers and listeners.
Good night, Brooklyn.
Let me clear up this whole thing. Because what we looking at is the UNC just finished. For 9.5 years, we have been fighting. Whether them fellas was on the radio in and out, and who just come Urban Felix for the last month. But all of us, for their part, even you, Uncle Tommy, everybody you fight, right? Now the UNC, they didn't put themselves there. We, the people, put them there.
Correct.
The ground.
Our judge have a business.
Yeah.
Our judge cannot continue paying for Heavy and TC to talk on behalf of the UNC, because we have heard these fellas before the election say that they wasn't getting paid by the UNC for what they are doing. So Heavy and TC, I don't think Iowa George fired them. What Iowa George, I think, is doing is now leaving the opening. Them fellas work hard. Give them a rest, a week or 2 weeks rest. Give them a rest because they deserve it. Once they're okay, you ain't give them a rest and leave them suffering hungry because, again, UNC win. And we fight. Heavy and TC went non-stop. Days when the car break down and somebody had to give them a ride to the radio station, but they was there to speak to the people of Trinidad and Tobago for the United National Congress. So now as they're in power, we're not going to, again, we mustn't rush the brush. Get them fellas arrested. I think them fellas deserve arrest.
Brooklyn,
Me of all people.
Brooklyn, I'm sorry to cut you. Brooklyn, I'm sorry to cut you.
Yes. Go ahead. Let me hear what you're saying.
You don't have the facts.
I have the facts.
No, you don't.
Let me tell you how I have the facts.
No, you don't. Huh?
I spoke to Heavy. So I am telling you I have the facts.
Okay.
So let me put you back on track.
Okay.
Okay, because we don't call it gossip and
Yeah.
fake information. Now is the time where these fellas could actually get a job under the United National Congress to continue doing what they were doing for the last 9.5 years.
But Brooklyn, that is not the point, though, you know. That is not the point.
No, to you is not the point. But
no,
what I'm saying is,
no, but that's not the point.
Let me finish. Let me just finish.
Yeah.
Because it's business. It's business. If I have my business and I put you in place to fight for a cause, and the cause that we were fighting for is now in power to do whatever it takes to keep what we were doing before for it to continue for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Why must me, the businessman, continue to just pay them for the next 5 years to speak for the UNC when the UNC now have people in there to deal with these type of businesses to come now and have an interview with me, the owner of the radio station. Let me sit down and talk business because I have to pay these fellas. Right? But that wouldn't just happen helter-skelter today. But it will happen. Them fellas is not kick off the radio. Them fellas and Iowa George fighting for nothing. They've been arguing there.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
All I will say to you, you don't have all the facts. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, but all right. That's what you want to say. But what I'm saying.
No, that's not what I want to say, no. That's what I know. And all I'm going to say is that you don't have all the facts.
Okay. But what I'm telling you is, right?
Yeah.
This is basically like a game Iowa is playing. Remember, Iowa is a smart man. He's playing a game again to see if he could continue to make money.
So Brooklyn.
So
Brooklyn, you agree with the process where is that one day them fellas on the air, they didn't get the opportunity to tell people, well, listen, this is our last day and we're not going to be here no longer. And you saying that is a game and it's because that is the man business. And you okay with that?
Okay, well, let me tell you now. You might think that's your opinion. You might think
no, that's not my opinion. That was a question. That was a question.
I never came tonight and say I agree with them not just continuing for a week after the election. I never say I agree with that.
Okay.
What I'm telling you is Iowa is a smart man.
Okay.
And in order for the people to continue getting what they want, somebody got to pay for it now. Because we put all your day.
Okay.
So when we say, because Heavy and TC never come on a live, which they have cell phones, which they know how to go on a live, and cause Iowa and say Iowa do them nothing. Heavy and TC never came to the public and say, Iowa mess me up, Iowa nasty. They didn't do it. So nobody should be doing it to try to make it seem like if there's a rumor out there that Heavy and TC and Iowa in war.
Well, Brooklyn.
So
Brooklyn, that's why I called Irvin Felix. I called
I
Irvin
understand.
Felix.
Yes.
I
Before
didn't.
you call
No,
Irvin
listen to
Felix,
this.
I spoke with Heavy.
We didn't jump to no conclusion. I pick up the phone and I call Irvin Felix, and Irvin Felix talk what he had to talk. So
yeah,
that
he
was
explained it part two, and he said the right way. He said those them fellas and them, if the UNC want to continue this good thing, they got to come now and sit down
Brooklyn.
and demand
Tell
business.
TC Gama I called her.
But what I'm saying, right, well, shit,
Yeah.
to close it up.
Yeah.
What I think is happening is that Iowa is playing like he playing a chess game now to see what move the UNC gonna make when it comes to he got bills to pay now.
But that's at the expense of TC and Heavy. At the expense of TC and Heavy. I'm asking her. I'm asking her.
Man get rid of all of them. The man get rid of all of them. But again, what shit? That's his business.
No, listen, Brooklyn. I agree with you 100%. Right. I don't tell a man how to run his business. I'm not telling Iowa at all how to run his business, what to do, what not to do. I am just asking questions.
Yes, I understand.
And the reason why I'm asking questions is because Joshua put in and that's the only reason why I call Felix, you know. Joshua put in there that Felix is also off the air too.
I understand. I listened to the program from the start. You
So,
know, I hear KFC call and
yes, so I pick up the phone and I call. You know, send TC a text and tell him call we now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Heavy and me and Heavy go up together. Heavy's my brother, you know. So me coming to talk no shit. But what I'm saying is Iowa is playing, even if he don't get what he wants, he know in order to, you know, keep the radio station with ads and stuff. Now the UNC in power. These brothers have to have a play. But as I said, he's playing a game right now to see if he could get, or if he could win it then. Because if the UNC say, okay, all who was there for the 9 years, we the UNC is going to send you a check every month for X, Y, Z. And that could deal with everything. He's a smiling man. And he radio station could be running nice. And yet still, Heavy and TC could get a little work on his side to do whatever that. Because again, we in power. We work for this. We ask for this. We wanted this. All of us on the same team. But the party, what I'm saying is you can't rush. You can't rush. Maybe Iowa George make the move too quick. As I said, he could have lead them brothers on for a little 2 weeks after just to, you know, nice up the place, let me happen, let me spawn it and make me rant and smile and laugh and think, and then maybe he push too quick. But again, the man running a business. I mean, here, just before the election, Heavy and TC was saying, we're not sure if we will see them tomorrow because, you know, no money, nothing coming. You don't understand what's going on. So Iowa make a move quick. So let me don't kill Iowa for making the move because UNC in power now. We have everything. We see how the campaign was. Something now could come to keep these brothers doing the daily bread. Bottom line, I think that is, as I say, he might have made the move too quick, but I think he played a fair game. Because if it was a bad game, these brothers would have been alive, costing Iowa. Right? So let me say how it is. Let me wait and see. Get them a week rest.
Let me take a next call.
And let me see what's happening.
Yeah, let me take a next call. All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, bye. Defender call back. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Anselm. Good evening, Mr. Tommy. Good evening to all the callers, all the texters, everybody on the live. Happy to see everybody here on a Tuesday. Through the grace of God. But Mr. Anselm, the 1 or 2 times the program you're talking about, the 1 or 2 times I look at the guy his name Heavy and TC, right? The time that I watched it, they were saying these guys say they had to work 3 jobs, right? Already on the radio station. And if you look at it back in the past, they was talking on it that station was a PNM station, and all of them who was there before used to go at the PNM and support the PNM, and I was running a hole. Because you have a radio station, so you know how expensive it is. Right? So we know maybe running that radio station where I have maybe like $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a month, or could be a little bit less. So I now realized in the past he made a mistake with the PNM and he didn't get anything. So now he's going to negotiate a deal And now Heavy and TC, the guys you're talking about, played a part in UNC winning, same as you guys. So what they're gonna do now, they're gonna look to get something, a monetary value, so that they don't have to work 2 jobs again. So when they're on the radio, they will get a good pay. So right now maybe a negotiation going on. And Heavy and TC maybe agree with that. Because at the end of the day, it costs money to run a radio station and they have to make money. So that is my point of view for that radio station.
All right,
so the second point now is if you realize all the people who are talking to Kamala, the Prime Minister, Honorable Kamala, is people who don't have a political career no more. They have no way to reach again. That is the end of them. So they're grasping at straws. And now the last point is, you see all the money that is spent to refurbish all these buildings, and people see it now. So I hope the PNM sycophants will see, hey, they spend all that money and look at the building and them dilapidated. You see, what the PNM was doing, they wasn't building a country. They was just building an illusion. Look on listening, Miss Anson.
Thank you. Caller, welcome. Caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Worship.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, we are on the ground. Mr. Worship and Uncle Tommy. You see them PNM talk shows, them crash Iowa George radio station. When TC and every company, them bring back cookie to Iowa George radio station. Iowa George, the UNC never paying every duty and TC. To be thinking Iowa George should be paying them, and Iowa George never should be paying them further than them. There's no one TC and every was there, and what we saying, because talk TC and every talking about the UNC. So Iowa George had to get little ad and all kind of thing from the UNC, then after the PNM started dropping that ad and the radio station there. You hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go ahead, we hearing you.
Yeah, Iowa George is that greedy, wicked man. Iowa George not paying them fellas and them because the UNC was never paying TC and every, you know. Iowa George was paying, Iowa George wasn't paying them fellas and them. Iowa George had them fellas talking for free.
All right, let me take this next call here, KFC. Yeah, man.
Go on.
Yeah, man. Defender, welcome. Defender. Good night.
Good night, Defender.
Everybody have an opinion, right?
Yeah.
Right, opinions are like rectums. Everybody have one.
Yes, everybody have their opinion. But Brooklyn, take it from me. You're far away from the truth. Very far away from the truth.
Listen. He Brooklyn, you're far away away from the truth. That's all I go say. Me say nothing.
I believe it too, because being the right man had to come and say what I say. But
yeah.
I'm sure what Brooklyn just said.
It's not the truth. Far away.
I want to go here. I want to go in any contribution a little bit. So Brooklyn, what you trying to say? UNC in power less than 2 weeks. And I was trying to play games. PNM was there for 9 years. It was my name on a station. I was manager because it had no PNM ads. So what Brooklyn trying to say? 2 weeks. The people didn't settle in yet. And I was trying to play a game. I was playing the game with the wrong people. So once before I go again, Brooklyn, tonight, take it from me. Who in Trinidad? You're very, very, very far away from the truth. And I will leave it right.
Correct.
Jordan, I don't get to me.
Yeah, man. Correct. And that's all I trying to tell him too, you know. I'm like, me saying nothing, but all I'm saying is that contribution that Brooklyn just made there, Brooklyn, if I was you, I would have taken it all back. I would have taken it back in truth. Serious. But that is something. Every once in a while, you just make a contribution where you're not supposed to make. You understand? Because none of us, Tommy, have all the information.
True.
None of us. And the information is always there's your side, my side, and then there's the truth. Miss
Yeah.
Atlanta, welcome. Miss Atlanta.
Hello, are you hearing me?
We hearing you loud and clear.
Good evening.
Miss Atlanta, let me say a special hello to your daughter, Miss Georgia. Tell her we are so pleasantly happy that you are gracing us with your presence on a daily basis now.
What is listen now. And this is what I come to tell you.
Yeah.
You see how you telling me to tell my daughter certain things and assume certain things? This is what I just picked up after listening to you speaking about Iowa George, getting everybody speaking about the station. I have a problem with a hush country, a hush culture country. Why we in this country live in a hush culture now? You, as a radio owner, should have pick up the phone, call Iowa George, and ask Iowa George anything that you want to know that we as the people are speaking about now. I did say,
but Mr. Atlanta, listen to this.
Just now, Wall Street. Just let me finish.
Sorry.
Instead of a hearing, KFC have to say something. The next one have to say, I did hear, I did think, who did have, who fa. My thing is, nobody's, to me, nobody knows. Nobody coming with a fact to say, well, so and so and so and so. Everybody's assuming, and in any case, the person to speak is Iowa George. I don't want to hear anything from anybody if Iowa George don't say, listeners, so and so and so and so and so. If you want to find out anything, you call him. I don't believe in hush culture. Everything is a they say and them say. See, you ask whatever it has happened, right? Or you spoke about something. You see how many angles, how many people speak about what they think they know or what they know or whatever it is. The only person I find should have an answer to this problem, to this situation, is Iowa George.
Miss Atlanta, Miss Atlanta, you're being very unfair though. You're being unfair.
What is that?
You're being very unfair. You're being unfair. Here's why. Just short up put something in the chat with respect to, I hear Irvin Felix is off the air. I pick up the phone to call Irvin Felix based on what she put in the chat. And that is why I make the call. But you coming and telling me now, I should be calling Iowa to find out how we run any business. No, I'm not going to call Iowa to find out how we run any business. Iowa run the business as she see fit. But she put in the chat about Irvin Felix. So I call Irvin Felix. You didn't hear that part?
I did not. Okay, let me apologize. I did not hear.
Oh, you see, Miss Atlanta, then I was correct of you being unfair.
Could you listen to me, please?
No, but it was unfair. You should admit you're unfair. You didn't hear it, but you want to come and comment about it.
I am not unfair. Oh, gosh. Could you listen to me, please?
Okay.
I said I did not hear the topic about who put in and say they hear. That is number one. I don't believe in they hear, right? Well, anyway, you picked up, as you said, you picked up and called Irvin.
Yes.
I did not hear that part. All right. So you talk about Irvin.
So that's why I tell you you're unfair.
What I heard is people coming to say about TC and what his name is, Iowa George, and all, and I'm speaking about that. I did not hear.
But they only say that after they hear what after Irvin had spoken and say what he had to say.
Well, I did not.
So for me, I don't have to pick up the phone to call Iowa.
You know what? No, but what I'm trying to tell you, all I'm saying from my version is what I heard. I did not hear what you saying. Somebody put something and you pick Irvin, right? You went to talk to Irvin.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying.
That's okay.
I can't be unfair. I did not hear that part. I'm talking about the part I heard. But anyway,
yeah.
All I'm saying too, when you want to find out anything, it is good that you call Irving, right? And
that's what we just do here, Miss Atlanta. We pick up the phone and call people. We are the only radio station on the air. Just pick up the phone and just call people when we want to find out stuff.
Congratulations. And I said, I apologize. I just said, I apologize because I did not hear.
And I say your apology is accepted. And I say your apology is accepted.
Don't say about unfair. Okay, I did apologize. right?
And that's okay.
I still think we have a culture nation, okay?
Okay.
About everything. I'm not talking about what you're saying now, right?
All right.
Because everybody always assumes things. But thank you.
Thank you very
For
much.
calling Irving. Thank you for calling Irving Felix
Yes.
for us to get to the bottom of it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There it is.
You see, but I'm somewhat disappointed that don't care when you try to do the right thing, right? It's not like you're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm saying. Bitcoin, welcome.
You see, that was happening when you didn't hear the whole story. You only hear part of it.
But that's why I say
You
there's
just
my
say
side, your
something.
side, and then there's the truth. You understand?
Right.
I pick up the phone to call him to find. Now, listen, whatever his side is, that's his side, you know. You understand? And I only call because Joshua put the thing in the chat. So when I see it, it's have plenty of people that's put in that chat we don't see, you know.
Yeah.
People just think it's everything they put in the chat we don't see. We try our best to involve. And let me say this: we are one of the program on air that involve people in the chat more than any other programs that I know of.
Sure.
That I know of, because we really feel that you all are a big part of this program.
We know.
Right? Yes. Thank you, Tommy. We know that you all are a big part of this program. That's why we involve you all so much in the chat. And that's why we ask you all to put closing quotes, closing comment, closing voice notes. How many other program, Bitcoin, does tell all you put a closing quote, put a closing comment, and put a closing voice note?
None. Zero. Zilch.
That's why
None of them.
we cherish you guys as being part of this program. And you guys make the program. We are just the host, you know. Without you guys, we don't have a program.
True.
And we know that. We know that. While some other radio hosts say, hey, we don't need them. We need you all in order for us to run this type of program. And you guys have made us successful. We didn't do this by ourselves. Yeah? We sit down here and have conversations back and forth with you all, but you all make this program. Go ahead, Bitcoin.
Right. Well, whatever happened with Iran employees, I hope they can resolve that in the end.
They go fix it in the end, man. They have to fix it.
This guy Felix was doing a tremendous job.
Yes.
And I sense for the money spent. I told him that.
Yes.
Yeah, because the predecessor, who was only a one-dimensional person,
correct,
he playing all kind of foolishness and entertaining one type of people that talk about a movie long thing. Then he was a assistant was a talk show host because she calling it every day on that show. And others, you can name them on one hand. You know, 5 or 6 of them, right? And that is all the entertainment they had on that station. But that is like what George business stuff about. At the end, you know, I'm glad the government doing the smart thing by videotaping and snapping pictures. All of these things that they're talking about in the Whitehall with this leak and this more business, because people would not believe that, you know. And you see that this media, the Portuguese media, they will boycott that. They wouldn't go and film anything or send nobody to do any interview there, you know, because that is not their cup of tea at all. The party who was in power gone, so they'll make and do everything in their hands to make this Kamala Prasad regime look bad. So I'm glad to see. I seen pictures on Facebook. I seen videos with regards to that thing. That thing looking like somebody old house. Well, you can I tell you, $32 million. Somebody had to be accountable for that. We have to know where that $32 million gone and who is the contractor do them kind of work. And that is only one, you know. You can imagine what them do up and down this country, with the billions and dollars that pass through this country. People more or less do what is call it in Hindi language, Rashi fee work. Because that's what they do, you know. Halfway work inside these places. No wonder the red house are leaking. Because they do some kind of upside down thing in the roof there and it's leaking. Boy, that is just the what do you call it? The smoke, the fire yet to come. Like I tell you, when you see they're gonna investigate that Ministry of Finance, or they go hold all their head and ball to see what him do inside it. I hope he make a jail for what he do, you know. Because if that man lied from the first year he put in a finance minister to the last year that he leave, right? Have a good night, Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, man. Tommy, you know what? I want to think that's a joke, you know. You see that on the screen?
Yeah, I see what Maloney put.
I think that's he joking, right? I feel he joking.
Maloney is a different kind of guy.
Okay.
Some things you just have to ignore.
I know his elevator doesn't go all the way up to the first floor.
You only who encourage both pardon.
Oh God. The elevator doesn't go all the way up to the first floor.
That's a serious allegation he making there, though.
I that's a joke. He making joke. That's a joke.
Yeah, you had to be joking.
No, you're joking.
That's not a good joke, though.
I mean, when your elevator doesn't go all the way up to the first floor, you just make joke. You just make different type of joke.
Yeah, but why you professing to be so righteous and you're making them kind of joke?
Well, what I go tell you. Ninja Girl, correct. Look at Wall Street and Uncle Tommy just called to get their facts right. Big up to you guys. Enough respect.
Yeah.
And listen to P&M Fox. Heavy and TC, Irvin Felix, Wall Street and Tommy, along with the ground report, did a good job for the UNC. I hope you all are rewarded with your 30 pieces of silver. P&M Fox, don't underestimate my abilities, eh? It's 100 pieces of silver I won. You talking about 30 pieces because we had to split it with Tommy. Hey, Tommy, if I only get 30, when I split it with you, then what happened? It's 100 pieces of silver I want. What's wrong with you? Gordon Joseph, welcome. Gordon, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? What do you mean by vote pardon?
I want to make sure I call the right number now because I hear say Gordon Joseph. So that means you're not referring to me. This Wall Street program.
Don't let me hang up the phone on you. Eh?
No, that's your choice, or no? This is your program, and
okay.
Speak your mind.
Yeah. So, folks, let me go back to the chat. Caller, welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening, one and all.
Good evening.
For those who probably would have missed my greeting. My name is Gordon Bernard Maloney. If you hear any other name referring to any comment or so that I would have made, then you know it's not me, okay? The elections are over. It's time now to see what can be done to help Trinidad and Tobago to be a little better. We happen to have a bunch of people who they have made certain promises that if these promises are fulfilled, Trinidad and Tobago will definitely be a better place. Definitely to be a better place. Gordon Maloney, I listen to everybody. And what I have done, and have always done, is look to see what sounds reasonable, gettable, reachable, can be achieved, and what is, I hope I have permission to borrow a term from you, what is gimmick. All right? And I am saying, henceforth, a lot of times, reference will be made to what was said. Because in my case, I am not there when they have cabinet meeting. I am not there in the offices and so on. But I am all ears when they speak. And based on what they say, I know what I could look out for. And once I get the opportunity, of course, I always try to make suggestions. Unfortunately, sometimes I have to spend so much time debunking somebody to tuishness that they does be saying when referring to me. You understand? I have a lot of yellow jerseys, a lot of yellow tops, because as a referee, you have to have all the different colors so that you will not be wearing the same color the teams are wearing. So I have a lot of red, I have a lot of blue, I don't have much green. All right? But I have different colors, because those who know football know that the referees are always in a different color to the teams and them. And I am hoping that if it is that they got in based on lies, if it is that who were there, they get out based on lies, I hope that that will change now. That will change now. So I could really, really look at the thing. And my suggestion is that we will be at a place where, one, they wouldn't have this thing called snap election where people fishing and fighting to do this and fighting to do that. And at least 3 months in advance, people must have an idea. Around this week, we will have election. Not necessarily this day, a specific day, but maybe around this week. That's one. Two, there should be some kind of expose for who will be challenging for the front row of the governance. Why? So that you will not get on a platform and make all kind of ridiculous promises, and then after you have to come back and say, well, it was a misprint, or that's not what we mean. You will be saying it from a position of no. You would have known, okay, this is what is in the treasury, this is what in central bank. So then now you can promise X, Y, and Z because you know what is there, and probably you could anticipate, okay, this will yield this and this will yield that. But don't come and tell me now, well, we have to see and we have to see what they have. Are we going to now looking to see what they have and you make these promises? So you make these promises at UAC or UNC? All right, well, I'm willing to stop there now because I don't want to be long like the others. If you don't have any questions, sir.
Thank you.
Let me ask him a question. He's still there?
No, he's gone.
I want to know from him how soon he expects to see the results that he's looking for.
Tommy, you really gonna ask you that question in truth? You seriously? He want answers the day before they win the election.
Yep. This is not logical.
Yeah, Joseph, welcome. Joseph.
Yeah, Mr. Street.
Yeah.
That gentleman who just spoke there.
How
we know that lie? How we know he lies? No time hasn't passed yet. How we know it's a lie? No time hasn't passed yet. Did I say cannot do it right? No, that doesn't mean it's a lie. So when God promises something, if he doesn't do it one time, he lying? Come on, man. Come on, a lie is when someone doesn't do it at all.
Correct.
The now born, a week hasn't passed yet. How do you know it's a lie?
Listen.
How do you know it's a lie? Did I say the cannot do it right? No.
St. Joseph, I tell
Yes,
people,
sir.
if you think education is expensive, try ignorance.
The thing is that he wants his prayers answered before he even pray.
Tell me, there you go. Before he even kneel long, well, I don't know if he does kneel long and pray. Before he even pray, he wants his prayers answers. He won't go to figure out what he going and pray and answer the prayers, and then he go pray it. Oh God.
I don't understand some people. How we know it's a lie? The people that say they cannot do it right, no, they never say they're not doing it.
Boy,
some people are really ridiculous. The night was ours.
Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah, listen. Boy, all it ain't easy, you know. It ain't easy, you know. It ain't easy. Well, let me take that break, eh? It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. You have 30 seconds, Mr. Florida, before you go for the break.
When going fast.
Yeah.
Mr. Anson said to me, that man they call Gordon, didn't he say he don't depend on no government?
Yeah, he said that.
So why he so concentrated on what UNC going to do? if you don't depend on any government, you say neither PNL nor the UNC or any government, why you so worried about what the government going to do if you don't depend on them?
I don't know. Let me take that break. We'll be right back. Stick and stay.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stay tuned.
No more rain, no more rain, no more rain, no more rain, no left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not watching for you. We tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the lot, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. No more rain, 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 no more rain. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you.
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, Sheddy Live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Caller, hold on. Go ahead.
Also at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Share it live.
Comrade, welcome.
Thank you, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy.
Thank you.
You guys having a great night again tonight.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If I had just stepped off the moon into Trinidad and listening to what taking place, it would shock me to find out that the UNC was not in power over the last 9.5 years, because it seemed as though people blaming them for the mess of the country,
Yeah.
I think they have a term for that. Cognitive dissonance.
Yeah. Correct is right.
That's the word.
I think they could call it that, eh?
Yeah. Absolutely correct.
It's hilarious, Kill them dead.
the PNM in opposition for the last 10 years. And the UNC have the country in the state that it's in. And they want them to fix it back now. Give it back how it was when they meet it in 2015. That is what these people are really crazy, boy. I think that that maybe if I was listening to the ED man, ED Stewart, he is charged with the nurses, some kind of registered nurses association, and he was advising the Prime Minister not to open the Children Vancouver Hospital. I don't know what's wrong with him, but anyhow,
I heard that interview too.
They might as well turn it into a mental hospital because like they're going mad.
Oh God. Yeah.
I tell you, it's crazy, they're crazy.
Correct.
And it's the most advice from failed PNM ministers who was holding the reins, their hands in the cookie jar, and them giving people advice. Them just trying to distract attention away from all the things that they did and hope that people feel sorry for them. But they can't feel sorry for them. They're too wicked. They're real wicked. I feel some of them supposed to go in a court before the Hague for what for crimes against humanity. First, them treat people bad. I wouldn't put it past. I tell you, I wouldn't put it past the Kamla Prasad government to send them before the Hague. Yes, and say, listen, let the Hague deal with all you. All right, gentlemen. But
Thank you, man.
Listening and are supporting, and others really go on and send out all your share all your
Thank you, man.
I just share, don't worry.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Win the game.
Yeah. Brooklyn, you're inside. Brooklyn.
Hey, good night again. Wash it down. Good Tommy, if you was listening. Wash it down. Good Tommy.
Brooklyn, just take your licks and go and sing on the corner like Little Jacko. Man.
Listen.
Take your licks.
If it's one thing I don't do,
take your licks.
Is lose a good fight. Because you are telling you now. You wash it. Called Urban Felix. Urban Felix never say what all you're saying happened. Urban Felix speak for 10 minutes. Urban Felix say, give this thing some time and how the thing play off. If the people were we back there and the UNC put we back there, we did because we like to work. It's not that Urban Felix just said.
Brooklyn.
No.
No, I'm answering you. Let me answer you now. Let me answer you. You ever hear something called politically correct? No, answering you. What Irvin did, what Irvin did was the politically correct state answer.
And what that is?
You don't know what that is?
You tell me what it is.
Okay. When you don't want to answer a question, right? You answer something else.
Oh, so you trying to say Irvin hiding thing too?
No, listen. I said when you don't want to answer a question, you answer something else. Irvin's question was politically correct.
Okay. So look, that was Irvin, right?
Yeah.
But Irvin never did that. Now, I didn't know, or I really sit down thinking, well, them fellas just taking a rest. It's only when he comes tonight and say, well, we're taking place.
Them on the ground, you know. Them on the ground, you know.
No, listen. I understand that. I'm a partner, I'm over defender.
Yeah.
Listen, me not fighting, you know. I'm just trying to see how this thing making sense. Because
well, that was trying to. I was trying to.
Watch it. Let me
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Them saying one thing, right? Urban Felix, who was there, never say that's what's going on. As you say, he answer something different, however you want to play.
Yeah.
I call my partner and I asked him what's going on. He said, yes, they're off the radio, but it's not what we think it is. Right? If Heavy was on any scene, Heavy that by Brooklyn boy, I call him my real name. I call him, you know, he called me Brooklyn is my radio name. But he never said that. He said nah, right? But what I'm saying is, right? Iowa George is a more defender in listen to my contribution. You know, see, sometimes I just talk and it is miss people. Iowa George is a smart man. Iowa George like money. And if Iowa George see an opportunity right now, which, as I said before, he should have waited, let it thing flow, but wait. But he jumped the gun. Remember, he was a PNM, you know? So he make a PNM move Wall Street. He jumped the gun and push his hand, thinking, well, he know he has something good, which he do have something good. He bargaining with good thing. Them fellas talk for every day for the last weeks. And one time he was on the radio all on a Saturday. Them fellas talk. So I want to know, them fellas good. So the UNC now would never say no to a negotiation on some type of business plan. As another caller call after me and say, this is what's taking place. It's about the business right now. It's about what we're doing for the next going forward. Because I have the goods. I have good thing. Right? I have the high grade. I have good thing. And all you know may have to pay, but Iowa jumped too quick because Iowa was a PNM. If we are PNM when UNC in power. This is what I'm telling you. So me telling you, if tomorrow, if next week heavy and TC and them come on the radio smiling, what you going to say? Eh? What you going to say? So as I said, let this thing slide for a week or two, then we go deal with Iowa. But right now, Iowa playing tricks. That's what Iowa doing. Iowa playing tricks and he's using his workers as bait Wall Street. I hope you understand the contribution. He is using his employees as bait so that he can give you a rowley. Because Iowa, from since I know Iowa is PNM. Right? He got to play with UNC, he make our money. That's business again. The people want to hear, the people want Kamala, the people they want to hear that. He got money, bam, that's it. But it all goes on for the next 5 years. UNC in power, he looking for a check every month. That's what it is. All right?
Thank you. Thank you.
I hope you understand. It's
All right.
not to fight nobody or nothing or to say that I agree with what I do. I was playing tricks and I was a smart man.
All right.
If you want call Aisha Wells and she go tell you the same thing.
Thank you.
God.
Yeah, man. Financial Guru, welcome.
Yeah, good night, Professor Wall Street. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night, everybody on W.
Yes, same to you.
Professor Wall Street, I wanted to follow up from yesterday because I'm listening about what's happening with Iowa and Heavy and TC, and I hope they'll work it out even with Mr. Irvin Felix, because the reason is, and I listened to our friend, our favorite friend who has the same surname as Tommy Joseph. There is a concerted effort already to start framing this incoming government. It's not even 2 days old. And I've been looking on social media and I'm seeing how they're coming out. The only thing is, I told you yesterday that there's a struggle still within the PNM, and there is a struggle within the PNM. It's just that some people don't want to believe it. But I want to refer and keep people grounded because the UNC has to be very careful, and I'll tell you why. In 1986, as I told you, that's the first time as a young teenager I voted for the National Alliance of Reconstruction. And it is the same circumstances, Professor Walton and Uncle Tommy and everyone, where the country had unfettered wealth. It just passed through like a dose of Epsom salts. And it took the NAR, which in fact I believe Mrs. Bisesa Prasad was part of, to bring back the country from the brink of the IMF. You were not there. I saw all of that. I talked about the devaluation and all of that, the depreciation, and people moving to Canada, and then they closed down the Canadian visas. All of that happened. And we are seeing if the UNC does not get you guys to make sure we keep people grounded with the facts. And here's the facts. Here's some of the facts that's going on about Mr. Young. I listened this morning on the breakfast shows. There's some breakfast show now. And they had two very significant people in the oil and gas industry, Dr. Krishna Prasad and Dr. Hans Max Driver, experts. And both of them, they had a poll, and I'm going back to Dragon. Is the Dragon gas dead? And they had a poll, and in fact, only 2% supported the notion that the Dragon deal is still alive. But here's what both individuals came out, and it's refuting what Mr. Young and this narrative that the UNC has to be careful and has to make sure the government is, first of all, managing. You hear what I say? In the world of finance, you have to, when you're working with people, you have to manage expectations, because it's better to under promise and over deliver than to say you're doing X, and when you can only fulfill half or 50% because of the circumstances, you will hear the whole hullabaloo from the PNM side, and you don't want that to happen, because that's what happened in 1991 when the PNM came back in power. Because unfortunately, that synchronization of that Balize machine, they are very good at it. But let me just leave with a couple of points. This is what to refute Mr. Young. In fact, Mr. Young said that the Grenada Nutmeg field had only one well, and there's no proven reserves. That is not totally factual. In fact, the Russian company that is building it has now gotten another company, and Dr. Prasad said there are several seismic researches that show that that well or that field can have proven reserves. That's fact number one. Fact number two, with regards to Guyana and Suriname, the fact is that should be pursued. That's what both Max Driver and Dr. Prasad said. And in fact, what is possible is that it does not necessarily have to go through Venezuelan waters. Mr. Driver, Dr. Driver said it's possible that it would have to go through, but anything is explorable. That's number two. Number three, the fact is, Dr. Prasad, Krishna Prasad said that it is possible that the Kamla Prasad Bissessa administration, led by Dr. Munila with the energy industry, can go back to the Trump administration and see if they can get some sort of deal, because they can do more than the current former PNM government, right? And regarding that Dragon gas, that they can possibly see if they can work out a deal where they could put it as a sovereign wealth fund. So what Mr. Young is saying, that they could probably leave, that they are saying the Dragon dead, and there's nothing to it. What Dr. Krishna is saying is that Dr. Munilal and Mrs. Prasad Bissessa can go in and look and see if they can come to an agreement with the Trump administration, if possible, and make sure Venezuela gets that money, but in a sovereign wealth fund where they can't touch it for 30 years. Anything is explorable. The last point, which is what I want to leave with, and this is to show you how these guys don't have any sort of innovation. They don't, for so many years, we have had solar, we have had renewable energy, and now there's a possibility of getting what is called green hydrogen. Green hydrogen is where it splits some atom. I'm a finance guy, I'm not a science guy, but that can power the Point Lisa's petrochemical industries. What it requires, though, in order to produce green hydrogen, is to have renewable energy. And you have to have sources such as wind energy, solar panels, underwater wave technology. For 10 years, Dr. Rowley and the Minister of Energy sat down. First of all, it was the deceased Franklin Kahn and Colm Imbert, and they did absolutely nothing until about 2 or 3 years ago, where we now having a solar field going and be built somewhere in central Trinidad. So when the PNM comes, and I'm telling you, this propaganda machine is very, very good, and the UNC-led coalition has to be cognizant that they have to have people like you, Uncle Tommy, TC, Iowa George, whoever, Philip Alexander, to ensure that we keep to the ground and you make sure you level with the people. Because if you do not do that, you're going to have people already coming out talking about Whitehall. How could you build Whitehall when there's so much deficiencies in the economy? How could you build $490 million for that red house? That's an abomination and it's leaking. How could you build that healthcare building I talked about, that old building that cost $480 million and it was leaking and it wasn't even less than 2 months? So the UNC has to be careful because the fact is they are going to come. They are going to spread that propaganda, but the facts are facts. 10 years of the Rowley administration has created too much pain and suffering.
I leave it there.
A nation that has that ability. So
Thank-
have a good night.
thanks a lot.
But we have to ensure that this goes on.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Financial Guru.
Bitcoin, welcome.
Professor Wall Street.
Yeah.
I come here to do some education, right?
Uh-huh.
I want to ask Gordon Dryden, right? If he is aware or was aware that the ex-prime minister, the ex before the ex, Dr. Rowley, had formed a committee, advisory committee based on the constitution to make recommendations.
Yeah.
And it was headed by one Berenger Synonym, Dr. Terence Farrell.
Nah, you don't know that. You don't know that.
And company, right? Seven of them it had there, right?
You don't know
And
that.
these gentlemen made recommendations what Gordon Dryden was looking for, you know.
No.
They told it, they make recommendations based on a time for the election, on a prime minister should have only 2 terms. But what happened? The prime minister, who was Dr. Rowley, rejected that. And you know what Dr. Rowley do? He came up with that brilliant idea, not by the committee, by his own imagination, to remove from the coat of arms, whatever they had there, from Columbus. That was just amazing idea. And put a pan there. Give a lady a contract to do it, and everything hunky dory. We have the pan on the coat of arms, and everything going good. But what the committee made recommendations, and he rejected all of that. Ask Gordon Dryden why they do that for. Why they waste taxpayers' money behind this committee, and none of the recommendations were taken. And I thought they were balanced recommendations with a 2-term for a prime minister, what people want to hear, and also a fixed date for the elections. That was also what people wanted to hear. But he went off on a wild goose chase and came up with his own idea to remove the ships from Columbus and saying that what? That's to do with we say again that Mr. Wall Street, he said that the colonial pass, you gotta get rid of the colonial pass. So you have
Yeah. The colonial pass, you gotta get rid of that. Yeah.
Right. He fixed it and renovated all the building at hundreds of millions of dollars. For what? Boy, these fellas don't know what they want. They're like Gordon Dryden put any pipe and smoke. You see, them does have convenient memory loss, you know. They don't understand what's going on in this country, right? Where they supposed to come out and blast the prime minister for what you do there and waste taxpayer money behind these recommendations. And the people bring valid things, you know, but you refuse it based on what he wanted to do. He won't think. That is just a sham, right? You wouldn't tell the prime minister nothing about that one though. Monkey no treat a crime, especially Gordon Dryden. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Bless. Folks, so let's take a few minutes, all right? I have 2 editorials I want to play for you. First, I want to play this editorial by this neophyte called Kareem Marcel. He's a neophyte. And every time he put out something, I will analyze it and expose it. You understand? You cannot even come close. And I still think if you and Mrs. Kamala Prasad Pasasta run a 10-meter dash, she go beat you. I still feel so. But I want you all to listen to this editorial for this neophyte. This is the new PNM pit bull. The new PNM pit bull, because the rest of them, right, they are now toothless bulldogs. Take a listen.
So let the baby do the work.
Yeah, let the baby do the work. Correct is right. Yeah? But I had to take off the pampers though.
Kareem Marcelle's outbursts reveal political immaturity, not public interest. An editorial by Professor Wall Street. Laventille West MP Kareem Marcelle has taken to social media with the energy of a rookie politician desperate to prove his loyalty to the party machine. In two melodramatic posts, deception and betrayal at its best, and a backward move for youth development in TNT, Marcelle launches a premature and misguided attack on Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessa's early decisions, proving less a thoughtful public servant and more the latest pit bull deployed by the PNM to bark at anything that moves in a UNC-led government. For all his passion, Marcelle's criticisms reveal more about his political immaturity than any serious analysis. Here are 10 reasons why his outbursts are misguided, disingenuous, and deeply unhelpful to the national discourse. 1. Criticizing before the ink has dried. 5 days into a new administration is not enough time for sober critique, let alone condemnation. Marcelle's knee-jerk response to structural changes shows impatience and immaturity. Serious governance takes more than Facebook posts and party talking points. 2. The merger of ministries is strategic, not backward. The decision to merge youth development with sport is globally commonplace and often improves efficiency, coordination, and impact. In fact, sport is one of the most effective vehicles for youth engagement. Kamla Persad-Bissessa's move reflects a pragmatic approach to governance, not a betrayal of youth. 3. Programs can continue under a new structure. Nowhere has the new government said that successful programs like Hoist, YAPEET, or Fuse will be discontinued. A ministry name change does not erase budgets, staff, or projects. Marcelle's alarmism is not only unfounded, it's irresponsible fear-mongering. 4. The PNM's own track record on youth is mixed at best. While the MIDNS may have been created under Dr. Rowley, many youth were still left outside the margins. Rising youth unemployment, underfunded training programs, and poor community engagement marred its tenure. Marcelle speaks of progress, but ignores the gaps. 5. Kamla Persad-Bissessa has a track record of delivering for youth. From the establishment of the Children's Life Fund to the introduction of laptop programs and the initiation of the UWI Saint. Augustine South Campus at Penal Debay, including the Debay campus, Persad-Bissessa has delivered more tangible outcomes for youth in 5 years than the PNM did in the last 9. Marcelle could learn from history instead of revising it. 6. Deception and betrayal is not policy critique, it's propaganda. Marcelle's accusation that the UNC lied to win an election is textbook political theater. Every incoming government audits the Treasury before executing its agenda. Fiscal realism is not betrayal, it's responsible leadership. Marcelle's outrage is performative. 7. Campaign promises are not instant laws. Marcelle seems unaware that campaign manifestos are 5-year visions, not 5-day deliveries. Kamla's government is right to assess economic realities before rolling out transformative policies. That's not deception, it's diligence. 8. Independent economists don't crown political truth. Marcelle parrots the warnings of independent economists like Anthony Wilson, ignoring that economic forecasting is not gospel. Other economists had different views. Selecting the ones that suit your narrative doesn't make you credible. It makes you biased. 9. Laventille needs leadership, not lashing out. As MP for one of Trinidad and Tobago's most underserved communities, Marcelle would do better to collaborate with the new government to bring investment and development to Laventille rather than grandstand for party relevance.
10. Young politicians should listen and learn before they lecture. Marcel is young, and there is no shame in that. But youth in politics must come with humility, not hubris. He has the chance to learn from seasoned leaders like Kamla Persad-Bissessar, who has served as Attorney General, opposition leader, and Prime Minister, rather than hurl social media tantrums in pursuit of applause from the Belize base. In conclusion, Karim Marcel's attacks are not rooted in policy critique or concern for youth. They are partisan reflexes amplified by political insecurity. If he truly cares about Trinidad and Tobago's young people, he will put down the megaphone and pick up the mandate of collaboration. For now, it would serve him well to sit back, listen, and learn from those who've walked the path of leadership with both success and integrity.
So there you have it, folks. That is my editorial on Kareem Marcel. And I want Mr. Marcel to understand that you don't just come and throw things up on the wall and see what will stick. There are us out there who are waiting patiently for you to come out with your rhetorics and for us to debunk your rhetorics. So, we're not going to let the PNM try to sit down there and try to, fool the people. I'm going to put it that way. Fool the people. But, Tommy, I want to do something first here. I want to go back to back with another editorial. This is one on former Prime Minister Stuart Young. Yeah? Talking about because the Prime Minister decided she wanted to look elsewhere to Guyana, Grenada, and Suriname. Stuart Young, held a press conference. By the way, did you listen to the opposition leader press conference today? Tommy, did you listen to the opposition leader?
No, I did not. I just heard Stuart's this morning. I listened to it.
Yeah, I didn't hear. Anyway, take a listen to this.
Stuart Young is wrong, the Dragon deal is dead, and Kamla Persad-Bissessar is right to look elsewhere. An editorial by Professor Wall Street. In a recent press briefing, former Prime Minister Stuart Young made a last-ditch effort to defend the now-defunct Dragon gas deal with Venezuela, dismissing Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar's pivot to Grenada, Guyana, and Suriname as naive and premature. But in doing so, Young ignored geopolitical realities, market momentum, and the urgent need for Trinidad and Tobago to redefine its energy future in a volatile global environment. Here are 10 clear reasons why Young is absolutely wrong, and why Persad-Bissessar is correct and prudent in pursuing new energy partnerships in the region. 1. The Dragon gas deal is dead because Washington says so. The Office of Foreign Assets Control OFAC license was the only legal pathway for Trinidad and Tobago to access Venezuela's Dragon gas field. That license was revoked. In global geopolitics, when Washington closes the door, it's not ajar. It's bolted shut. There is no meaningful Dragon deal without OFAC approval. 2. The Venezuelan regime remains a high-risk partner. The U.S. withdrew the license due to Venezuela's failure to meet human rights and electoral reform benchmarks. Any continued dependence on a regime facing international sanctions is both legally risky and morally compromised. Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar's shift away from Venezuela reflects sound governance and diplomatic foresight. 3. Still negotiable is not a strategy. Young's vague claims that the Dragon deal is still open for negotiation, citing a meeting with Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, is not an official decision maker in OFAC, shows a detachment from the hard facts of international diplomacy. hoping for a reversal of U.S. policy is not energy policy. 4. Grenada's gas potential has been re-energized. Yes, Grenada's drilling attempts in 2018 were suspended, but global interest has returned as technology improves and new seismic surveys emerge. Grenada is actively courting regional partnerships, and with proper support, its prospects can move from possible to proven. Prasad Bisessa's approach is forward-looking, not naive. 5. Guyana and Suriname are the new energy frontiers. Guyana is the fastest growing oil economy in the hemisphere, and Suriname is following suit. Their reserves are not speculative. They are proven, they are expanding, and they are being monetized rapidly. Trinidad must either align itself with this momentum or be left behind. 6. Regional energy cooperation makes sense. A pivot to Grenada, Guyana, and Suriname is not just about geology, it's about geopolitics. These are CARICOM neighbors, democratic allies, and strategic partners. Unlike Venezuela, they offer stability, transparency, and regional economic integration. 7. Pipelines are complex, but not impossible. Young's argument about pipeline feasibility is weak. Global energy networks are full of pipelines that cross borders, including maritime zones. With regional cooperation and international funding, such infrastructure is entirely within reach, especially as part of a broader CARICOM energy corridor. 8. Venezuela's waters are a legal obstacle, not a deal breaker. Even if a pipeline route brushes Venezuelan maritime space, this does not mean Caracas holds veto power. International maritime law provides mechanisms for shared access and arbitration. Young's warnings are designed to instill fear, not offer solutions. 9. Russia is a red herring. Young's hand-waving about Russian companies in Grenada is disingenuous. Today, Western-aligned firms and multilateral institutions are better placed to assist in developing Grenadian reserves, especially with a government like Prasad Bisessa's at the helm. 10. The future demands bold moves, not nostalgic defensiveness. Young's insistence on reviving a flawed, sanctioned, and politically toxic deal is rooted in a past that no longer exists. Kamla Prasad Bisessa's willingness to explore new frontiers reflects the kind of visionary leadership that Trinidad and Tobago needs to secure its energy future. In conclusion, Trinidad and Tobago's energy destiny lies in regional integration, diversification, and diplomatic realism. Stuart Young's outdated defense of the Dragon deal is a textbook case of strategic inertia. Prime Minister Prasad Bisessa is charting a smarter, safer, and more sustainable course. The dragon is dead. Let it lie. The future lies to the east and south, in Grenada, Guyana, and Suriname.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time, you get back-to-back editorials. Oh God, Tommy, when we say we originate, we don't imitate. We really mean that in truth, you know?
For real. The dragon is dead. Put it to rest.
Put it to rest. Put the dragon to rest. You want to come out and talk about the dragon is still alive? Come on, be for real. You understand? Let me move on.
Be truthful.
Yeah, be truthful. Let me move on. But Tommy, somebody wanted me to play this. I'm going to play it. This is the airport. It's supposed to be in the airport, eh? Let me play some voice notes. Let me see. Okay, all right, I got that. Let me play some voice notes. Okay, Tommy, I think this was let me play this voice note. I think this was
Tommy?
Yeah, this was supposed to be an answer to
didn't
you,
put that
Tommy.
time on it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me take this phone call. Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
Blessed evening, Pro and Uncle C. Everybody on the live.
Good evening.
I see them fellas and I want to make it rich.
Yeah. Yep.
They don't know about how does call it deformation of character.
Yeah, I don't know if they know about that. I don't think they know about that.
Let me just warn our people on the chat. Be careful about some of the statements that you're making. You could be free-handed in doing it, but it is if your pocket deep enough to maintain it. That is just a pasa.
Okay.
I heard a gentleman speaking this afternoon about things being fulfilled. For 9.5 years.
Yeah.
He get anything fulfilled? I thought he don't depend on the government for nothing. Government come, government go. He don't depend on them for nothing. What he want fulfilled? What he looking forward to? If he doesn't depend on our government for anything, what is he looking for? Anybody could tell me? But you see, as I told you earlier on, Pro, that the PNM propaganda machine kicking.
Yep.
Understand? They just can't help themselves. They just believe in evil and wickedness. For 9.5 years, you never hear them complain about nothing. You never hear them talk about. Rowley said that if you can't solve crime, it's because you're part of the problem. If you can't handle crime, it's because you're part of the problem. Right? Who getting that falling? Them was it for 9.5 years. Them handle crime. I would like to know. But you see, these people and them just forget. One of them asked the other day, time and place where they make that statement. I don't understand them. Them live for 9.5 years and them seeing it every single day up in the face. And them just can't believe that. Them living in a dream world. You understand? I hear Faris talking today about the propaganda they start already. And how the UNC does lie and all this kind of thing, and you can't believe them and them kind of dotishness. You understand? And these people and them, let's talk about righteousness and truth and justice and all this kind of thing. But they're supporting that kind of wickedness. How we could live like that? And you want to come and tell me to make a better place, that we could do things different. Eh? Who they really trying to fool? They're speaking out of one side of their mouth and they're spitting on the next side. What's my bitter water and sweet water can't flow from the same fountain? Something wrong. Something wrong. I feel they need some salt. I just hoping that you pay attention to what is going on the chat. So the next time they do something like that, you could tell them, thanks for making me a little more rich. Keep your eye on him.
Let me say this.
Again.
Go ahead. Mr. X, you see this comment here? Apologize for it or you out of here. Apologize for it or you out of here, okay? All right? Apologize for it or you out of here. Mr. X, you make it at 9:33 p.m., right? Before the program close, I'll wait for your apology. Go ahead, Mr. Intellectual.
You see, they can't handle truth. They can't handle the fact that they're out of power now, but they want to be in power, they want to be in people's face, and they want to continue doing the same foolishness that they have been doing for the past 9.5 years.
Yeah.
Right? That's what bothering people right now. But you want to make the place a better place. You want to make it a livable place. You want to see people get what they deserve. For 9.5 years, you was getting what they deserve. Eh? The poor, the indigent, and all the people and them who in need. Them they need nothing. You understand? The PNM was correct in punishing them. So, if people want to go down that road and continue to support that, I have no problem with that. You know, but don't come and spill that dotishness and try to influence my mind. You're dirty in my pathway, man. Keep your garbage for yourself. Don't throw it over by me. Find a dustbin for yourself. It's about time people start telling them the truth and stop buttoning it up. The opposition leader claimed that she was taught under Kamala Prasad Visasa and she simmered down. But you know, she never apologized for upholding the wickedness that took place for the 9.5 years. Think about it, you know. No apology to the nation. But she talk about she suffered just like the Prime Minister in silence. I thought was a UNC talking this afternoon, you know.
Yeah.
When they swore in. Yeah,
You know the address, Anselm?
Sorry?
Did Anselm hear this her speech?
No, I listened to it.
You should.
I listened. I hear the one when she compliment Kamala Prasad Visasa.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. That was good. That was good. I heard that one. As a matter of fact, let me play that one. I think I have it here. Let me play that one. All right.
Run it for me this evening.
Yeah.
Evening.
Yeah. I think I have it here, you know. Let me see. Let me play a voice note in the meanwhile.
No.
Tommy, this is for you.
Let's see.
I didn't put a time on it, you know. But the Prime Minister put a
I'm gonna let that voice note play.
time. She's saying 6 months' time you'll see changes. Okay? I didn't put a time on it and I will not put a time on it. But I am listening to some people saying that people give the government, the PNM government, 9 years or 10 years. So give this government 10 years too. Is that okay? Is that okay for people now to just sit down and wait for 10 years? For this to come and for that to come? Man say, all right, now you'll be able to walk the streets freely. You'll be able to go to the play park and so on. So what, the citizen had to wait for 10 years to see that happen? I'm asking the question now. How you think these things could start to happen? And for me, I put in this part, if it will happen. Because you see Trinidad and Tobago, especially with all them talk show hosts and them, chain up people's head, make them feel that, hey, the government don't like you, government don't care. When you study, you ain't getting no work. So what you gonna do? All right, so I want to see now if they're going to be pushing for people now to study, to get a trade. I'm watching to see. So I hope I answer your question, Tommy.
Miss Santa Cruz, welcome. Miss Santa Cruz, welcome.
Good night, Wall Street, and Uncle Tommy, and to everybody. Wall Street, I sent some comic relief for you.
Yeah.
You read what Sadaka said about your girl. He's an expert. The man was not an expert in communications.
Yeah.
He was not an expert in being the Minister of National Security, but he was an expert in energy.
Yeah.
You see, when you see these things, there's really comic relief, you know. Does it make you forget what you was going to say? I had a good laugh. Expert in what?
Yeah.
Expert in leaving those 4 men to die in a pipe. The man is no expert in anything. He's a failure in all the ministries that he was in. But let me tell you something now. I was amazed at the opposition leader, the new opposition leader speech today. But I waited to see her walk the talk. I'm talking about, I'm not opposing for opposing's sake. Wait and you will see. When you see they bring the constitutional reform bill, I waited to see if she's going to walk the talk and help them pass it. You are a patriot. You say you're a patriot. We will all wait and see what it is going on. Now, I heard you all talking earlier about, let me deal with this one first. Wall Street,
Yeah.
as a citizen in this country, I feel very ashamed of what I am seeing is taking place, that took place in Whitehall. And let me tell you something, it wasn't 32 million was spent. It was more than that. Because I remembered when Garcia came back for money, because he said they had to put in some security, something in the place. You want to tell me, but I would like to know how long that building is like that. Is that why Keith Rowley preferred to be on the golf course than sitting in the Whitehall? You wrote a book. You fixed up Whitehall because it was a Mason Hall to Whitehall. But I guess it was such a big disappointment that you decided to leave it in that ruined condition. What? It just goes to show that that man only wanted to spend money on vanity projects. And then we have people, PNMIs like Patricia Reid, talking about you must spend money on this. No, you don't. You did not finish the schools and them for the children of this country. You did one or two. Fable government was one, right? What happened to the rest? And he's talking, and I heard you say it earlier about the colonial past with the steel band and whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? But I heard that. But then why did he renovate Millfield?
Yep.
Wall Street, if you remember when they opened it.
I remember that.
They were all done.
I do remember
They
that.
were all dressed in all these gongs and colonial past. And he lied and he said he didn't know. He didn't know that was all of that was going to take place. But in this speech, he said to tell them to do their thing or whatever. But he didn't know. He like Schultz. He didn't know anything. You see, some people on your chat, PNMI, so let me rephrase it. Some PNMIs on your chat have a very serious problem. And they're going to have a very serious problem for the next 5 years. Because apparently, they referred to her now as Mother Teresa. Yes, she's Mother Teresa because she never did to the country what Rowley did to this country for 10 years. Right? And if it is you're only talking about why she can't go to the office, Wall Street, please, can she function in that office? Can she function in Whitehall? Look at the condition of that. And they want to, Rowley wasn't in there, you know. Rowley was not in there, but they expect Mrs. Basabni Sessa to go in and function in there. Something is wrong with these people. Something is definitely wrong. Their priorities with Rowley, they're not talking about Rowley lies, you know, that he lied for us to come into office and he lied leaving. And I want to remind Gordon, you are saying that he's not there again, that he's gone. But do you think that we can forget what Rowley did to this country? Maybe you can forget it because you have short-term memory, but the rest of us not forgetting it. Because he was a major destructive element in this country. Thanks a lot, Wall
Thank
Street,
you.
and have a good night. Take care.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
night.
you. So, folks, Mr. X didn't put up his thing yet, and last time he was disrespectful again too, you know. So you know what? I go put Mr. X to sit down on the bench. I go put him to sit down on the bench, Tony.
Yep.
Yeah, caller, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Anselm, Mr. Tommy, I'm gonna be quick. Mr. Anselm, that same Marseille guy you're talking about was the same one who was in the program with the football match, small
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, that's the same one.
Oh, well, I have an advice for him. Sir, Mr. Kareem Marcel, whoever your name is, he's a very educated guy. Having a small ball competition, cricket, sports day, it's so let me say so mundane, right? So mundane. As a young guy living in that area, try and do something that's never been done before. Innovation. To try to uplift your people so you could start to build a legacy from now instead of complaining. Look, honestly.
Thank you. So, folks, take a listen to the opposition leader today.
Send warm congratulations to the Honorable Prime Minister, Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, SC, on her second term in office. Madam Prime Minister, your leadership is historic, and today it carries even deeper meaning for me personally, as I stand here not only as leader of the opposition, but also as a former student once seated in your classroom. Your journey from educator to Prime Minister serves as a profound reminder that our nation remains a land of possibilities.
So there you have it. And before we go, Tommy, I want to play this. I want you to listen to Colin Booth. Listen to Colin Booth. All right, before we go, I want you all to listen to this one. Well, I think them fellas and them easy. Listen to this one, right? And Nyan Gatsby Dolly running for chairman of the PNM.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you? Yes. How did you feel about Dr. Rowley revoking your position as deputy in his final act before resigning as political leader?
He was entitled to do that.
Were you surprised? Was it unbeknownst to you and Dr. Dolly?
Yes, it was.
And what are your thoughts about that?
I was surprised.
Would you be offering yourself or open to positions today, such as chairman or vice chairman?
Yes.
And who else are you seeing if you're going up for chairman or vice chairman?
Vice chairman.
And who would you like to see to be chairman?
Nyan Gatsby Dolly.
Thank you so much.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? So, Colin Booth, boy. He's still there, boy. He's still there. In spite of whatever it is, he's still there, folks. He's still there.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah?
Not moving.
Not moving, boy. Survival of the fittest. Yeah? So, let me play one more voice note. Let me play this voice note here. So, folks, put your closing comments in the chat and put your...
Good night, Mr. Washington and Uncle Tommy.
Send your closing
Mr.
voice
Washington,
note.
I wasn't planning to send any voice note tonight. But you see, when Gordon Joseph come in and he talk them kind of nonsense, trying to put to the viewers and them that Kamala say 6 months' time, she go fix everything. That statement was based on the reduction of crime, right? Kamala give assurance that in 6 months, we will see a reduction in crime.
Yeah.
She never say 6 months' time she go come and raise your pension, drop the grocery price, drop gas price. So you see them kind of dotishness coordinators come and try to put into the viewers and them head that Kamala say 6 months' time she go try to do everything. No, Kamala didn't say that.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We on the ball, you know. We watching them.
All the way.
Yes, I'm disappointed.
if that is how it went based on what you say, and I can't remember the details of it. But what I'm remembering is that we were promised, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago were promised that these are the things that we'll be fixing. Fixed date for election, not more than 2 terms. Am I wrong? Did we get it?
You know,
from your party.
Altia,
From my government, but from your party. Did we get it?
Altia, you see the comment you put up at 9:59? You two have to apologize for that comment, right? Or you'll be no longer welcome here. We don't tolerate disrespect in here. Altia, if you don't apologize for that comment by the time the radio finish, right? You will not be welcome back here. We don't allow disrespect in here. So we give you a chance to apologize for it. Mr. X is already gone. I hope you don't have to go to. So before the program is finished, I look forward to your apology. Yeah? We keep our program very clean. We don't tolerate them kind of thing in here. Okay? You know your comment at 9:59, Altia. Apologize for it. And you'll be back. We welcome you with open arms here in the village on WZYE. Okay? So before the program is done, I look forward to your apology. Nope. Okay. There we go. Bye, Altia. See you. Okay? You out of here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Altia. Bye. A little too disrespectful. You come and you disrespect people, we not welcome in here. We don't tolerate disrespect in here. You think them is them program in Trinidad and Tobago? Right? Nah, not in here. We will rather have 5 people here on our lives than for you all to come with your disrespectful behavior. Yeah? We're not allowing that. Patricia, if I see anything that people call you, what to do, Patricia? If they're calling you names, you screenshot it, send it to me. Screenshot it and send it to me. Yeah? You can allow them kind of disrespectful behavior, but not me. We're not allowing that. If I see it, because the chat just goes so quickly, if I see it and it's disrespectful, I gave you an opportunity to apologize. Yeah? I gave you an opportunity to apologize. And if you don't want to apologize, that is it. You're out. Right? You see? You see the way how you treat little things is how you're going to treat big things. If we allow disrespect, right, with little things, just imagine with bigger things. We'll be right back, folks. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We'll be right back after this. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also, 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Share the live. Don't forget to tell a friend that we're live.
Sorry, let me give my closing quote. Tommy, people think it is easy to run this program, Little do they know, But if it's one thing we're not going to tolerate here, is disrespect. We're not tolerating that.
Today is Tuesday, May 6th. Before anything else, I thank you for the breath of life, for one more chance, for everything I've lived and everything I'm still going to live. Because if you are with me, this day carries promises. I didn't wake up by chance. I I woke up because there's a purpose. There's something new coming from heaven, something you lovingly prepared for me. Lord, today I ask you, touch those who have lost their faith, shine your light where there's darkness, guide those who feel lost, and hold up those who have no more strength or words left to pray. Take control of what seems impossible. Move where no one else can move. Make this Tuesday a turning point, a new beginning, a day of answers. Where tears end, hope returns, and your presence becomes real, because you are the God of new beginnings, the God who turns pain into testimony, the Father who never abandons his children. That's why, with faith, I declare, this Tuesday will be blessed. It will be filled with direction, peace, and miracles. No challenge will ever be greater than God's power. Nothing will stop what you have already set in motion. And I won't walk through this day alone. You will walk with me. In Jesus' name, amen.
From where I said this is it, the clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Like I say every day, you, the man in the mirror, you have to become that change you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. We'll see you on Thursday, God willing. Good night.
Thank you, Tommy. And Caribbean Soul, tell them Caribbean Soul, you get blocked, you get blocked from WZYE. In the earlies, we telling all you, we are based in the United States of America. And we believe, don't care what party you support, respect is important. And if you allow little things, and folks, if you believe we are being biased by people, all you have to do, if you see disrespect in the chat, screenshot it and send it to us. Simple. You screenshot it, send it to the WhatsApp number. It's that simple, right? Because we don't tolerate disrespect. We do not. Unacceptable. Let me go to the voice notes. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let's be all cordial with each other. Yeah?
If we disagree, we have to agree to disagree.
Correct is right. Ms. Georgia said, if you believe every campaign promise will be fulfilled in a week, the promise wasn't a lie. Your hope was the illusion. Okay. Ms. Atlanta, closing comment. I choose not to judge others because in some areas of my own life, I'm still on trial. I'm still on trial myself. KFC.
Hi, what's up, man? Good night, Mr. Social Uncle Tommy, man. And then Thursday, meet you again, man.
Good night, man. Till we meet again.
We're not allowed disrespect on the station. This place then wicked PNN talk shows in the radio station. To them phone and drag for them and show the words of that thing.
Yeah. Nah.
Love that stuff, that nonsense. Mr. Washington, have a blessed night, you and Uncle Tommy, and all the viewers on the right thing. You see, don't look at that evil, wicked PNN. They started the propaganda machine, now everyone teach heavy and heavy. And I left the station. But I had to go to Talk City, you know.
That's what it is?
Pastor Google and translate they get a letter, so they're gone.
Okay.
Bless.
Okay.
They'll get a pay every month and show that.
Yeah, man. Bless. Okay. I choose, Mr. Atlanta said, I choose not to judge others because in some review of my own life, I'm still on trial. Another person says, I was not towards you. I was listening to Gordon Maloney. Okay. Let me see. Okay. That was a one was a while ago. Okay. Hold up. Let me see this one here.
Yeah. I listen with my eyes and I listen with my ears. The Prime Minister said in 6 months' time you will see a difference. Difference. She didn't put no category to it, but you put in. Eh? You put in. Boy. Hey, boy. So this is what we got to go with for the next 5 years, boy. Everything all going to be no fast bowling at all. It's just spin, spin, spin. Listen now. Sometimes the wicket don't take spin, eh? All right? Anyhow, let me don't go down that road because not everybody understand cricket. Not even football. A man ain't know his own goal. That is not bad, no. That is not bad, no. But when the man say he was a referee, oh gosh, boy. Eh. Anyhow, sorry to disappoint those who feel because you're not at UNC, don't call or don't message or we don't want to hear you or don't say, switch off your phone. Everybody have a right to speak. I mean, some of them must speak well, though tuishness, and we had to listen to it and we had to take it. Yeah. We do it for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. How long on talk show and interactive radio? How long? You understand? These country haters only love when their government in power. You go see them for independence and things there. You go see them. When they're not in power, you don't see them at all. If we could make this thing better, first let me pray and talk to God. Let me look within ourselves and see what level of honesty we have and see how we can improve on it. God night.
Hey, good night again, Mr. Hanson and Mr. Tommy. Good night to all the callers, all the text, everybody live. Blessings to you guys and your family. Everybody be safe, you know, through the grace of God. Mr. Hanson, Mr. Tommy, that video where you played it, like they're frightened to put 1 day on any Stuart Young picture. You're supposed to put 1 day, you know. And Mr. Gordon, have a good night, right? And someone feel you have a extra X in your chromosome. We hear you act sometimes.
Oh God. All right. Hold on.
Gordon Dry Gin, why you keep on this two-term and this fixed date for election? You didn't ask Dr. Rowley why he didn't take up the recommendation of the Constitutional Reform Committee. Why he didn't take the recommendation when they put it forward to him? You should be asking him that question, not Kamala Prasad, who now come there and it's 2 days in she in office. Was it too wicked? You understand? Rock solid yourself.
Terry.
Professor Wall Street,
Yep.
stop bringing AI on the screen. AI, you bring it, calling no talking it. That is not real at all. That's not true. Yeah, anybody have an interview with that man, he just run from here. He just have all kind of semantics and antics. I can't believe that the same person so polite and stand there and answering them questions so like that. Nah, boy, that's an AI you put here, Professor Wall Street. Stop bringing AI. Yeah, hear me? No more AI.
Oh God. Yeah, all you're good enough. Always your best. Let me see if I have any voice notes there. Any more voice notes? Okay, I see another. The longer the explanation, the bigger the lie. Another one from Miss Atlanta. We are here to love each other, serve each other, and uplift each other. Let's take this one. Yeah, KFC. KFC.
The Marcus Barton Cherry Fuego. That victim man goes all them people begging within about 6 months and 6 months. The probably last 9, 10 and every PNM. Rolly raised the back pay, raised the pension, you put nothing on someone over pension or the current potential. Don't tell the fourth I gotta wait. I love Lawlessness.
Yeah, man.
Until Thursday, man. Bless.
Bless. Oh, God. All right, last voice note, folks.
Good night, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, and to everybody out there again. You know, Gordon, it didn't surprise me with that voice note because you and Patricia Reed working in tandem on the chapter 9. The same thing she said about fixed date and election and right to recall and all this kind of thing. That needed a special majority to get it passed. Rowley said that he's not helping them. Rowley never wanted to agree to 2 terms and the right to recall. You see, if you all, you PNMIs have selective memory syndrome, suffering, let me rephrase that, suffering from selective memory syndrome, we don't. We are in a new term with this government, right? You are holding them to what they said between 2010 and 2015. But the things that Rowley promised for 10 years, from since 2015 to 2025, he never did it. He never fulfilled none of his manifesto. And you're not hearing a word about that. But you coming back to rehash what was said in in your first term in office. You know, you all fool nobody. And as I said, it you have 5 years. We know we have 5 years of this nonsense with you all. So you carry on. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, folks, let me go to the chat. Closing comment, CV's closing comment. Let us never invite nepotism into our nation ever again. We have to teach the young ones in the belly now coming out belly about PNM evils. Semantic 62 says, life is what happens when you are busy making other plans. CV says, Malcolm X, one day the oppressed will revolt against the oppressor. Ms. Santa Cruz closing comment, if you are neutral in situation of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Desmond Tutu. Yeah. Lisa said, our PM KPB said it's dead, the dragon dead. S. West says, it is God alone who judges. He decides who will rise and who will fall. 7 God rules. He brings this one down to his knees, pull that one up in his feet. 7, but God is the judge. Okay. Let me see this other one here. Ninja Girl says, Miss Penny reminds me that there is good in everyone. It is your choice to be good or bad. Therefore, one has to control of their behavior. Be careful of the crowd. You are part of blessings. PNM Fox says, Wall Street, why do you not encourage Kamala to explore oil and gas in Tobago? Mr. Z, correct. See, you didn't get the email. Sorry. Caribbean Soul says, every day is special if you think. Every moment is memorable if you feel. Everyone is unique if you see. Life is beautiful if you live. There we go. Mr. Intellectual, closing comment. Why did the PNM not do that for the people? All PNM people love their leaders to lie to them. Okay. Lisa said it's a wonder Calm stood still enough to answer that reporter questions. He's behaving now that he's in opposition. Okay. Susan Lalchan says, good night to all. May God continue to bless and keep you always. Thank you, Susan. Oh boy, plenty comments tonight, boy. Tony Mohammed closing comment is that we have a good government in office now, and we'll do what is good for the people and by the people, and that's what we need. Okay. All right. Okay, folks, we are out of here. We see you on Thursday. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. And we are going to go out with this one. You know what? I'm going to go out with this tonight.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover my mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation.